Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast, Pop Culture in the Dark. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We have a lot of fun things to react to. In the gaming department, we're going to be looking at the Wolverine trailer, talking about the drama around Mystique, whatever that is. I'm going to look into it. We're also going to take a look at the Star Wars Visions trailer, the Avatar. There's a new Avatar trailer. There might be some other game trailers we haven't looked at as well. So we're going to look at the page. And if you guys in the chat have any suggestions for trailers, be sure to drop them tonight. Yeah. And tonight we're actually going to talk about Peacemaker's episode, or at least I'm going to talk about Peacemaker's episode, but we're going to wait until the end of the stream. So at the end of the stream, where we would normally do a topic, that you guys voted on, we're going to dedicate that to Peacemaker, this week's episode of Peacemaker, as a spoiler discussion. So we'll do that at the end. And then on Monday, instead of doing the Peacemaker spoiler discussion, we're going to do two topics. So that's how we're going to balance it out. Also, tonight's goal is very light. It's 5 super chats of any level. And that's it. So all the $1 super chats count. So if you guys want to reach the goal tonight, that's it. It's a very low bar. As always, all of your super chats are much appreciated, and you guys are amazing. So thank you for being here, and it's good to see everybody in the chat. Now that all that's out of the way, we have 3Dub in the building with us. What's up, 3Dub?
The moon.
That's that energy we love from 3Dub. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Marvel Zombies as well. Actually, to make sure I don't forget it, I'll add it in my notes here. I don't know who has or hasn't watched it, but there's not a ton of spoilers for it. Essentially, it's pretty much, it goes as expected. It's Marvel Zombies, so it's a zombie thing with superheroes. But we'll talk a little bit about that at the end as well. No, I won't do any spoilers for Marvel Zombies, though, because that's 4 episodes. So I don't know if everybody's had a chance to watch it. Yeah, Capitan. We're gonna look at. I've got a few things bookmarked to talk about as well. Anyway, we're having storms coming through as well. It's might rain and thunder and lightning here tonight. So if I blip away for a second and I have to come back on my phone, I will. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put my phone on the charger now, just because. 3Dub, what did you have for dinner tonight?
Pizza. I had leftover pizza.
We had plenty of them, so
yeah, about 2.
It's a good deal with Domino's, though.
Yeah, they there's a deal going on where it's like $9 for pizzas, and you can have as much toppings as you want without extra cost.
Harrison jumps in. Zombies slapped. Hope they do another season. Columbia Rican says Marvel Zombies was good, and Star Wars Visions 3 looks amazing. I love they're continuing some of the stories. I haven't seen the trailer for Wolverine or Star Wars Visions or Avatar. I haven't seen any of the trailers. So it's going to be my first time watching them tonight with you guys. So I'm pretty excited. Let's see. It looks like now we can do, at least to some degree, I can schedule members only live streams. Hold on, where's it at? Why is the screen so big over here? Hold on for a second. Oh.
Yeah, basically, I think you can turn the live stream into a members only live stream.
Yeah, but it looks like it only works on one of my channels. It's not available on both of them.
Is it the Debunks channel that isn't working?
No. The Reloaded channel lets me do it. The Debunks channel doesn't. I don't know why.
It must.
Not sure why. I don't know what the reason is.
Maybe it's too controversial over there.
I actually think it might just be a random thing that they give out to people, and one of my 2 channels has it. Columbia Rican says Alien Earth is definitely the best sci-fi show currently. I wouldn't disagree with you. I just didn't like how the season ended. It didn't like how it ended, unfortunately. I think they picked a weird spot to sort of pause on the show. So I wasn't really excited about the way they wrapped that up for the season. Only because I've been very vocal about like making sure that whatever your season story is, if you're not guaranteed to get another season, you should wrap up your season as best you can. So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. Wasn't a big fan. But Alien Earth is great. I think it's a great show. There's a lot of good like standalone episodes throughout the season. There's like 2 of them that I can think of. Well, actually, the first 2 episodes, and I think episode 5 also is like a bottle episode. I really enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of controversy and drama around it, but you know, it's a pop culture fandom show. So people are going to be complaining about it. Let's see what trailers we got here. Let's see. Monster Hunter Outlanders. Official gameplay trailer. The Astronaut official trailer. Is that a game? Is this a game?
No idea.
Is that a movie? It's on IGN, so I never know. Let's see here. Star Wars Visions. Looks like that might be a movie. I was told there's a new Avatar trailer. Is that true? Yeah, I see it. 13 hours ago. All right. We're going to wait for a few people to get here, then we're going to watch some trailers. Pretty excited to watch these trailers, to be honest. Pretty excited.
Like the first 30 minutes is just trailers. And that has to be all cut out.
Not always. So I saw some gameplay for the Halloween game, but I don't know if there's an official trailer. You know, am I always bored? Usually I am until I find something exciting to talk about. Then I'm no longer bored. Low watermark. I didn't know that Mystique was woke. I learn something new every time I come here. I didn't know either, but apparently the trailer, she's woke. I haven't watched the trailer yet, so, but I've seen people calling it woke, so I guess we'll find out if it is. Good to see you, Low Watermark.
Isn't the entire X-Men woke?
Yeah, sometimes. I did watch Marvel Zombies, and I'll talk about it a little bit. I don't want to talk spoilers yet. I'll probably save spoilers for Marvel Zombies till Monday, only because it's 4 episodes, and I don't expect everybody to have watched all 4 episodes. I mean, I watched all 4 of them, but I don't know if everybody's watched all 4 of them yet. So, I did see the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I haven't seen Star Trek Academy. The only issue with that is I think Paramount or Universal claims a lot of things. What's up, South Texas Shark? We can watch it, but it will probably not be in the final version of the stream.
Did you see that they transformed one of the Black Panther warriors from Wakanda into a zombie?
Yeah. I mean,
that looks like live action.
In what? Where did you see that at?
It was on I think Facebook, where they basically did makeup on her just for fun, I guess.
Oh, there's another Wicked for Good trailers out too. All right, we got a lot of trailers to watch. It's going to be a full trailer stream, I feel like. So no, there's nothing you can do to trailers. Like 3Dub knows this, and a lot of reactors know this. There's certain companies that just always claim trailers, and Universal is one that always claims them. Paramount is one that always claims them. So there's really not a lot that you can do. They just always claim.
I think it's automatic too.
Yeah.
Like I don't think like there's people that surf the internet and look for specific things.
Yeah.
That would be so draining.
Naruto with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Naruto, and a channel member. I do appreciate it. Just finished watching the new episode of Gen V. I'm enjoying Gen V, but I want to give it a little bit of criticism. And anybody that's watching it as well in the chat, you can sound off on this too. I don't like all of the referential stuff to our world some of it doesn't make sense to me. I said this about last season as well. There's some things in last season that kind of made me feel that way as well. There's just like real world referential stuff that breaks the immersion for me. And I'm not talking about like social issues or political issues. I mean like people that exist. You know what I mean? Like, who is Elon Musk in the world of The Boys? What like, who is that? Who is that person? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what is he doing that would be even close to it be like, with the kind of stuff we see in that world, what is he doing in that world that makes him who he is in their world like he is in our world? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got the joke and it made me laugh, but it makes me wonder, like, who is he supposed to be in that world? They mentioned AOC last year too, and I'm like, who is this person supposed to be? Like Sydney Sweeney's or whatever?
What if in that world he's actually poor?
But he's not, because they said he was an asshole.
A poor asshole.
I don't think so. I think he's supposed to be Elon Musk.
Well, things didn't change much then.
I don't know. Like, I don't mind it, you know, because I know a lot of the grifty channels that complain about stuff are like, oh, I don't want modern stuff in my shows. I don't mind modern stuff. I don't even mind if it's like a really close allegory, like political and social issues that are going on. I don't mind that. I just logically in my mind, who is Sydney Sweeney in a world where every popular actor is a enhanced person, a person with V? Like, we know that world, that all of the big celebrities are usually people with powers. So who would Sydney Sweeney be in that world? And with a world where technology is so advanced, who would Elon Musk be in that world? I just don't understand that. I don't understand how that works in their world.
Have we actually seen it? Well, one of the names dropped, like an actor in the show, like Sydney Sweeney. Like,
I mean, they mention names. They mention names. Yeah, they mention them. They don't show up, but they mention them. Like,
have they ever showed up? I swear, I thought one did.
I mean, we've had some people pop up here and there, but I think like when they use names of real life people in their world, I wonder how that exists in their world, because it's not like our world, right? So we don't have a world where anybody and everybody is a celebrity. In their world, the big celebrities are all people with powers, pretty much. Like, all the big blockbuster movies are people with powers. So how do you equate someone else that's popular in our world, in their world? How does that work? I don't know.
Would it be funny if the actor of the, like, for instance, Homelander, the real life actor, is actually normal in that world? Like, there's a version of him that's just normal because he is an actor?
No, he's always Homelander.
No, I meant like there's another person, a doppelganger, that just looks like him, and it's normal, and he's normal. His name is the actor's name. Do you get it? Like, all the
I don't think the general public knows who what his real name is.
No, I meant like the actors that they name drop have superpowers. But the people that we see that have superpowers, like Homelander, there is another character that looks like him that has his actor's name, who's normal.
In the world of the boys.
In the world of the boys, yeah. Like, there's a doppelganger that looks like him, but his name is not Homelander.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. I'm
just saying, like there is a doppelganger that looks like Homelander, who's Anthony Starr,
right?
Or the actor name. That's just normal.
Right. So you're saying, like, in the world of the boys,
yeah,
we would assume that there is an Anthony Starr that's a real person that looks like Homelander.
Yes, but he's just run-of-the-mill normal.
Right. See, I don't like that, though.
I just thought it would be funny if it was.
No, it is. It would be funny if he showed up as Anthony Starr, yes. But I don't think they would even think about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they would go that deep with it. I don't know. We'll see. We have another super chat here, $5 super chat from Connor Dorian. Charlie Manx here. Thank you for the $5. The Elon Musk in the world of the boys would be Tech Knight. Yeah, I always thought, am I wrong here? Okay, chat, clear this up for me. I always thought that characters in the boys were supposed to be allegories of people in the real world. For example, like, Tech Knight would be the Elon Musk or somebody from Apple, somebody from another company or whatever that's really popular. That's who that person would be in that world. So there would be no reason for Elon Musk because we already have the allegory for that. Same thing with like Homelander. Homelander is an allegory for other like authoritarian fascist people in the real world. So we don't need those people to exist. That's how I always like thought of the boys. You know what I mean? So like having the other people also exist, I don't understand how that functions in that world. Because when they mention AOC, I'm like, who is AOC in that world? In a world that's ran the way the boys' world is ran. And we can even spiral a little bit. We could spiral a little bit. Like in this week's episode, they tackled the whole trans panic stuff that's happening in the real world by using a character in the show. But the character in the show is not a trans person. Their powers are bigenderism. So they can switch back and forth between being a man or a woman because of their powers. So they're not really a trans person. And when we first met this character, I thought this is a good allegory to like a trans person, but in the world of superheroes. But then apparently in that world, they also have like the anti-trans stuff. But why does the anti-trans stuff exist in that world where there's like this superhero authoritarian thing going on? That doesn't make sense to me either. So there's some things that just don't compute in my head because I don't truly understand how they exist in that world. Like I would like to see in that world, I would like to understand in that world what it looks like for like a trans panic thing to exist in the world of the boys. Like, what does that look like opposed to showing us a bigender superhero that is an allegory for a trans person? I just don't understand. To me, it's a little bit confusing. We have Joe in the building. Welcome, Joe.
Hi.
Muppet shirt. Love the shirt. Love
Thank
it,
you.
love it, love it. So, no, we're just talking a little bit about Gen V. I don't know if you're watching the show or not.
I watched a few episodes of season 1 and I kind of bailed. Not because I didn't like it. Like it was fine. But I have trouble keeping up because there's so much good stuff right now. Like it's one of those things where it's like, I just got to pick and choose a little more.
I like Gen V better than The Boys as a show. I think it's got a better pacing to the storytelling in it. But like for example, this season, we'll do these other 2 super chats in a second. This season, they're tackling a lot of real world issues on the show, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not somebody that has an issue with like pulling things from the real world and tackling them. My only like requirement for that is to explain to me how it exists in that world. Like in a world where superheroes run an authoritarian control over, everything, entertainment, capitalism, all of it. When you're arguing about things that exist in our world that seem like they would be small issues in their world, for example, like trans people in a world full of like super powered V'd up superheroes that one of them is bigender and can transform between a man and a woman. I just don't understand what that would look like in their world. I'm not saying it wouldn't exist. I'm just saying like, I don't know how that would look in their world. Like what does that look like? What is the whole trans argument look like in the world of the boys that makes sense that it would be an allegory for what's going on in our real world? And I don't think they've done a good job, in my opinion, of like conveying what that is without using one superhero as an example. And I don't think that's enough, in my opinion. Does that make any sense?
I think so.
Yeah. I think the stories they're telling about the general public, in order for me to connect with it, I have to see how the general public interacts with those things in a real way. Because in the show, I don't think there's any, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think there are any trans characters on Gen V. I don't think we've ever seen one on the show. We just have the character that is a bigender superhero that can switch back and forth between man and woman, and they get different powers. But that's not really the same thing to me. Like that's something different. It is something similar, but it's not exactly the same. So I don't know. I'd like to see more of the world. I think they could do a better job of like building the world up a little bit. So I don't know. Let's read some more of these super chats here. Naruto here with the $5 super chat. Like the Spider-Man soup using Zendaya as a safe word. That was on The Boys, right? No. Yeah, that was The Boys because it was Huey that went undercover as Web Weaver. It was Web Weaver. I think that was the character. Do you watch The Boys at all, Joe?
No, I kind of bailed on that one too. I bailed on that whole universe pretty much.
Yeah.
I think I made it 3 seasons in. And again, it's not that it was bad. It was just that not enough hours in the day.
No, I get it. I have a similar feeling about this too. Like I feel the same way. Like what would Zendaya be in that world as an actor in a world where every actor is a superhero and they dominate all the media? Like what would that be, and what characters would you be playing in that world? Like
she would be Spider-Woman.
Well, that's what I mean. Like what does that look like? I know you're supposed to use your imagination, but for me as a viewer, there's a limit to how far that goes for me. And like you set up these boundaries for what your world is. You want to go beyond those boundaries, but you don't want to put in the work to make it make sense to me. I get a little bit lost in it. Just a little bit. It's still a good show. I have fun with it, but that's a nitpick of mine. Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat says, I agree because the superhuman element changes how these said people are, because I'm sure people would be different, so would do different choices. Well, a good example, right? So they mentioned AOC on The Boys. I think it was The Boys. They mentioned AOC. They mentioned AOC on The Boys, but we know that their president isn't Trump or Biden or Obama. Like they have a fictional president. So why pick AOC as a real person, but then all of the people we see on screen are all fictional politicians? It's a weird thing to do, I think, for me. That's all. That's it. $5 super chat from Connor Dorian here. Do you think we'll ever see Stormfront again? I think we're going to see Stormfront in the Vought Rising show, right? They're doing a prequel series to The Boys where they're going to go back to the World War II era. And they're going to show the soups back in World War II. So I think we will see Stormfront again.
It's a good thing Jensen Ackles doesn't age.
Didn't she have a different name back then? Hold on, let me see something. I think she had a different name.
Yeah, I think she did too.
Let's see. What was her superhero name before Stormfront, everybody? I think Liberty. It was Liberty. That's what it was. Lady Liberty or something like that. Yeah, I believe that's right. I think that's correct. So I think we'll see her again.
I had a friend who really wanted that actress who played Stormfront to be cast as the new Cara Dune on
Oh, I think her name is Aya Cash, right? Isn't it Aya Cash?
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. She was really good in that role, though. She played a really good heel turn character. Is that right, 3Dub?
Yes.
Okay. What's up, Canada Graphs? What's new and exciting? Well, we're going to watch a bunch of trailers tonight. No bonus topic. And for everybody that wants to stick around at the end, we are going to talk about Peacemaker's recent episode. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to watch it, but it will be the final topic of the night. So if people want to bail at the end, they can, so they don't get spoiled or anything. I'm actually surprised they didn't recast Cara Dune. I'm surprised they didn't, because they were going to do a whole show around that character.
Yeah, I thought they should have. I was totally in favor of that. And I said, even, to be fair, they haven't recast a whole lot of characters in Star Wars. I mean, every now and then, Keanu Obi-Wan, it's the younger version, but
same thing with Solo. They did a younger version of Solo. But
yeah, but for the most part, Star Wars has been pretty consistent. Now they just did it with Andor and what's his name, Bail Organa. But I was like, well, even if you just say it's Cara Dune's sister, Lara Dune, or something, just change it, a letter. I don't know.
It's Star Wars. She could just look different, be like she had something done, and she was blown up in a ship, and we had to do surgery or something, and now she looks like this or whatever. Technically,
two people playing Mandalorian. So
So I know we're not talking about Star Trek specifically, but we're going to watch a trailer for some Star Trek stuff tonight. Or actually, I think there's 2 trailers we're going to watch. 3Dub, you're not watching Star Trek, right? You're not a Star Trek person.
I'm occasionally like dropping.
Okay. Well, I know that Joe is, obviously. Like Joe's probably is like me and watches everything Star
I watched the original Enterprise and the reboot.
Okay, that's not
I think I said it before, but Star Trek and the Muppets are my 2 top things.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah.
If you give me a second, I can find a picture of the greatest day of my life.
Oh, okay. Go for it. The reason I was bringing it up is because if we watch the recent season of Strange New Worlds, I feel like, and I don't know if they've talked about it or if some random corner of the internet has discussed this, I feel like they're setting up a reboot of the original series.
Akiva Goldsman has already stated that they've pitched it.
Because the Kirk actor is being very present there. Obviously, Spock, people love him. Uhura, people love her. So, and now Scotty has been introduced. So,
apparently, it's their name for it is Star Trek 1. They've asked the fans to write to Skydance and tell them that you want to see Star Trek Year 1 as the follow-up.
Yeah, not too surprised about that. Did you find the picture or no?
I did. Hang on a second. Yeah, okay. This was November of 2017. It was the greatest day of my life. The day worlds collided for me.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, Will Wheaton.
I was on the set of Sesame Street. I got to visit the set of Sesame Street, and Will Wheaton just happened to be visiting the same day. So, got a picture with Will and Grover.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've seen him at conventions before. I've never actually met him though, but I've seen him.
Very nice. Very nice guy. Cool. He had an emotional breakdown that day.
Really?
He was talking to, if you bring the picture up again, you'll notice his face is just a little red. He was in Hooper's store talking to Grover. And I said to my friend, oh my God, look, Will Wheaton and Grover together. I got to go get a picture. And I walked over, and as I got closer, I realized Will Wheaton was crying.
Mm.
And he was talking to Grover about how he was his only friend growing up. And how he loved him so much, and and he was having this emotional moment, and I was like, "Oh crap! I'm like walking into a personal moment here." But it was too late. I'd already walked over.
Right.
It was really, yeah. So we got this. He composed himself. We got this picture, and a couple years later, I met Eric Jacobson again, who performs Grover on Sesame Street, and I said I was on the set a couple years ago. It was the day Will Wheaton was there, and he just went, "Oh yeah, I remember that." He got really, really weepy.
Oh well, I mean, at least you got a good picture.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I get it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious too, because I literally was introduced to Will Wheaton on The Big Bang Theory because they're Star Trek fans. so it was kind of like funny how like I'm not even like watching Next Generation. I know like basically the entire cast by now.
Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat. Would they have Freddie Prinze Jr. play Kana Jarrus as a Force Ghost talking to Ezra Bridger? Because we need that. If Freddie Prinze Jr. voiced him, I mean, I'm not going to say anything is off the table at this point. I feel like we've seen how far they're willing to go when it comes to like fan stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked about that. I will say I'm excited to see Ezra Bridger back again. I really enjoyed that storyline. Hopefully we'll get to explore more about that when the shows return, whenever we get another season of it. Freddie Prinze Jr. is also very cool. I've met him like, I want to say like 2 times at conventions.
I kind of want Ezra Bridger and Cal Kestis team up. I would be like screaming in my seat.
Freddie Prinze Jr. was in a lot of movies that I know they're not great movies, but I like them a lot. So Naruto with the $5 super chat. I feel like Marvel Zombies is pulling a Legends of Tomorrow. I don't want to talk too many spoilers about it. Like I said, I will talk about it if a few more people show up that have seen it. But I don't like how they ended Marvel Zombies, and I wasn't a fan of how Alien Earth ended as well. So I've had a little bit of a a bit of teasing from both of these shows this week. So not my favorite stuff. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Did you watch Alien Earth at all, Joe?
I'm still watching it. I'm about halfway through.
It's really good all the way to the end. I just don't like the cliffhanger they chose is not one that I would have.
It's a cliffhanger. I didn't even know they were planning a second season. I thought it was.
I didn't either, which is why I'm worried, because I'm like, you should have. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. If you're not guaranteed a second season, I feel like you should wrap up whatever the main story is in that one season, so that you don't have to wonder. Like, if you want to tease something for another season, that's fine. But I feel like the main story should be wrapped up in that one season. If you're not guaranteed.
I agree. Did you watch the new Quantum Leap?
Yes.
Season 2 of the new Quantum Leap, I thought, did a really, really good job, because they wrapped up all the current stories, but they just left you with enough that it's like, this could be a satisfying final episode. But there's also somewhere to go if we get picked up. Like, I thought they did it just right.
The original Quantum Leap is the reason why I watched Enterprise.
I could not hear you at all through them.
Oh, I said the original Quantum Leap is the reason I watched Enterprise. Because it's the same actor.
Yeah. Short Career says, do you think Alien Earth will get a season 2? I just double checked here. The FX chairman, John Landgraf, stated that the network is bullish on the show, which is a very high chance that it'll come back. Noah Hawley is confident about securing another season. While not officially announced, FX has prioritized the series and wants Hawley to write 2 seasons before returning to Fargo. The show's critically acclaimed is a critically acclaimed show, and its popularity suggests a renewal is likely. They said Disney just has to sign off on it and approve the budgeting, because it's an expensive show to make. So I will say this. I mean, it looks great. It's like they nailed that OG Alien vibe with like the set work and the visual effects and everything. It feels very in line with the older Alien movies, at least in my opinion. Like it feels like it exists in that world to some degree. The haircuts, the clothing, the people smoking everywhere, which you don't see that a lot in modern stuff. It's like basically, whenever I think of like the Alien stuff, I think of what the future would look like through the frame of the 80s, the 70s and the 80s, which is when that whole world was created. So I'm glad they kind of stuck with that on Alien Earth. I know it's not perfect. The touchscreen stuff is a little different, but all the other stuff I think feels very in universe for me. We hit the goal, by the way, in the Reloaded channel. So thank you guys so much. We already hit the goal. I will put up a poll. 3Dub, remind me in an hour to put the poll up. So don't forget, 3Dub. Set an alarm.
Okay, I won't forget.
Okay. We're 2 out of 5 in the Debunks channel. Thank you so much, guys. We got another super chat here from Lone Wolf. $5 super chat. Thank you, Lone Wolf. Cool to see Marvin casted as. Oh, yeah, we have to talk about that tonight as well. Matter of fact, we're already over the 30-minute mark, which is usually when we can start talking about the topics. So we'll talk about this. Let me pull up the tweet here, and we'll get into that. Because I did bookmark it. Let's see here. Whoops. No, I don't want the picture. I want the tweet from Discussing Film. And I'm going to share it here. This was pretty big. It came out like literally the day after we did the stream. So I thought it was funny. Marvin Jones III has been cast as Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And this is an actor that a lot of people may recognize from Black Lightning. So he's now going to be a DC character and a Marvel character, which I think is quite interesting. This feels like this is going to have something to do with the Punisher element, I think, right? Having Tombstone there. I feel like this character would blend well with whatever storyline they're going to be doing with Punisher. It feels very street level to me, which is something I think a lot of people had wanted from the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, because everything has been so grand and over the top and driving towards a big MCU story. And I think this will also connect to an MCU story, but I think it's going to be much more street level than what we've had in the past. Would you think that's a fair take from this?
The only Tombstone that I came across in media was the one from the Spider-Man games, and I think he had a redemption kind of arc.
What? I don't know what's going on with your mic, but is it just me, or it sounds like you're in the water or something? It's really weird. I can barely make out what you're saying sometimes. Are you not close to your mic or something?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's just it's a weird. Is it me, Joe, or can you hear that too? It sounds.
Yeah, it's a little hard to hear.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, now.
I mean, I can hear you, but it's not the volume of your voice. It's the quality of the voice. Like, I can't make out what you're saying. I don't know if you have if the mixer is set up weird or whatever. But tonight you sound particularly different than you normally do. So I'm not sure what's happening. But yeah, this makes me think that we're gonna get a street level storyline with Punisher. I'm super excited about it. 3Dub is a huge Punisher fan. So what do you think about this news, 3Dub?
I'm not a huge Tombstone fan, because the only time I saw him was in the Spider-Man game, and they kind of gave him a redemption arc from both games.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Tombstone is not your traditional villain character. He's got a lot of his own self-interest in some of the stuff he does.
So I don't know if they're going the redemption arc, or if they're going to keep him like a villain.
I don't think they'll do a redemption arc in the movie. I think they might introduce him and maybe do a redemption arc later, but I think he's going to be the antagonist of the movie for sure. Chris says 3Dub. Chris says 3Dub especially loves the idea of Punisher in a PG-13 setting.
Over my dead body.
That's too funny.
I want the F-bomb from him.
Lone Wolf says that first tweet, "Shut the fuck up." Let me pull this back up on the screen. Shut the fuck up. I can't stand a purist who wants everything to look exactly. So about brother looks absolutely nothing like the character. Well, I mean, yeah, in this picture, he's not going to look like him because they don't have any makeup or anything on.
Well, who does look like that guy? I mean, look at that character. Have you ever been shopping at the supermarket or something and seen a guy that looks like that walk by?
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about it is, does Vin Diesel look like Groot? You know what I mean? It's just, we don't know what he's going to look like once they have everything done. Even if he doesn't look exactly the same, that doesn't mean he's not going to embody the character.
Is Marvin actually going to grow hair on his head?
Probably not. I would guess no. I don't think so. I mean, they could put some piece, kind of hairpiece on him or something like that. Let's see here. We had another super chat about this topic here. Cameron here with a $2 super chat. I want to know if Krondon to do racial slurs and brand. No, he's not going to do. This is not Black Lightning. He's not gonna. They're not going to do that. I don't even think they would. First of all, it's a Marvel movie. It's a PG-13 movie. They're going to try and keep it as center of the road as possible, which is why 3Dub's favorite character, the Punisher, is going to be shooting bullets like balloons. They're going to have different little tricks in them or something like that.
I just hope he blows someone's guts out in front of Spider-Man. That's all.
I don't think that's going to happen, 3Dub. I don't think.
Or run over bad guy with the tank. I mean, you don't see it.
Maybe.
But I want some gruesomeness from him.
I think it will be gruesome, but it's not going to be that gruesome, right? I don't think it's going to be that bad. We did have another unrelated super chat. I don't really know anything about this story, but I mean, you super chatted me, so we'll pull it up here. A girl under the age of 18, because YouTube's censorship stuff, died because of a botched, I guess, implant surgery performed by the mother's boyfriend. I'm not really sure why this is being super chatted. I mean, it's awful. I don't know anything about this story, so I don't really have much to say about it. But I will say this: if you are someone who is not a doctor, don't perform surgeries on people. I think that's probably for the best for everybody. And we're gonna leave it at that. All right, what do we got here? I'm gonna go to my bookmarks. We're gonna start pulling up some topics here. All right, so here we go again. More AI stuff. I just want to get Ray's take on this. So Disney Plus is adding user-generated content to its platform. The first creators collection includes videos about Lilo and Stitch. Now, I read a little bit about this. I don't know if it's purely AI or if it's just like anything people are making. Like, if I made a video about Lilo and Stitch myself, could that possibly show up on this?
I would think so.
I don't know if it's completely AI, but I'm assuming yes, that using the term generated makes me think that it's probably primarily for AI. I don't really know what good this... Okay, so a couple things here. Number one, if you are someone who is making something for fun and you're using whatever this service is, there's probably a little disclaimer in there that says if Disney likes what you make, they can just take your idea. Most likely. So if you create a prompt for Lilo and Stitch that tells a story that you wrote and it just creates the story for you, they can probably just take it and use it for whatever they want. If they want to make a movie out of it, if they want to monetize your video and you get nothing out of it. I mean, they're essentially doing that anyway because it's going to be on Disney Plus. They're not going to pay you for it. So I feel like if you're somebody that's doing this for fun, I guess, okay. But I don't know.
And this also like helping the channel grow because
I could not hear anything you said, 3Dub.
I said, wouldn't it like help their channel grow because they are like being shown on Disney Plus?
It's no, because if it's user generated AI content, it's probably made specifically through Disney Plus, and you're not going to be able to advertise anything on there. It's just going to be Lilo and Stitch. It's this. Okay. It might credit your account name on Disney Plus, but it's not gonna. You're not going to be like, shout out to my channel on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. They're not going to let you do that. That's not going to happen.
Cut it out.
So, Darren has arrived in the building. Hello, Darren. You're muted, by the way. We're just talking about the fact that Disney Plus is now going to allow people to upload AI content directly to their Disney Plus page. So
that's why it was on the wrong mic.
Oh, well, that would explain it then. I was saying you sounded like you were in the water or something.
Yeah.
Going through my computer, not my microphone.
Oh,
I've been talking to my microphone for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely very interesting development, I think, in the like landscape of content creation. Like having these like licensed studios being able to kind of buy out creators could either be incredible or
I don't even know if they're getting paid or not. I think you're getting nothing. I was saying before you got here, if you do this, not only are they making money off of this through Disney Plus subscriptions, but they can also probably take your idea and make a whole movie out of it if they want.
I imagine it's just like free marketing, right? Because again, I don't know what all this will turn into, but that main one there is like Isaac Carlson, which is a real YouTuber. That's his thumbnail from YouTube. So I imagine what this is literally just like linked in from YouTube to
that was my other question, is how much of this is like user made that isn't AI and how much of it is AI generation. We're gonna have to wait and see what that looks like. Also, I want to point out that in the midst of all of this drama that Disney is dealing with, they've decided they're going to raise their prices next month.
Yeah.
I think they announced that a while ago before. Like, I seem to remember Campia doing a topic on that. So I don't think that's new news.
I think they should have paused it, though. They should have said, yeah, it's not a good time for us to raise prices when a bunch of people just canceled their subscription.
I mean, they raised it last year, too.
They raise it every year, it feels like.
They should have been like, it's now half off for like the next 6 months or something.
Well, the thing is, on Roku TV, because we have a Roku TV, on that one, they're advertising a deal on the bundle right now. Like, you can get all of it for like 40% off or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, should I cancel my current account, create a new email, and just start a new Disney Plus bundle for like the next year or something?
I did that on Peacock a couple of years ago.
Like, you can make as many Google accounts as you want. Just keep adding a new card to it. So we do have some more super chats here. Where do we stop at? Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. I need a Tombstone and Kingpin scene now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, what did you think about the casting about Krondon?
I love it. Like, like this is his second time playing the character, so it's not like something brand new. But like, it is just going to be Tobias Whale and Spider-Man.
Well, that's what I thought. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
But like, I'm excited where it goes, because like this isn't a one-time role. Like Tombstone's a character that's around and doing stuff. So like I don't think they're going to kill him off. I think he's going to be around. I think he's going to be a recurring character. They would be stupid to get rid of him in one movie. I would not be shocked if he's in Born Again season 2 or the Punisher or the Punisher special.
Well, like, the problem there is he's making his debut in a Sony movie. Could they bring him over? I mean, I'm not saying they can't. I don't know how the contracts are written.
I think it'd be cool if he was like the villain of like the Punisher special or something.
That would be great, actually.
And like that's how they like make that transition, because
Joe
they
makes
said
a good point though. Definitely, I think
that's for sure. But like they've said the like Punisher special is going to set up Spider-Man 4. That could be a fun way to do it. Have those two appear there, and then that storyline just kind of transitions into Spider-Man 4, as long as you don't have to understand anything going into that project.
The Tombstone in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was really good, and I can't wait to see where they're going to do with that character. All right, we have another anonymous coming in with the hot topics here. 199 super chat. Did you see the MAGA dentist admits to harming her patients? I did see this story. Actually, I did see this one. Okay, let me give you guys the quick rundown on it.
Dexter storyline.
So she admitted to giving non-MAGA patients less laughing gas for things that she was doing or something like that. Intentionally raising the risk of like harming them. Now, I don't know if anything's going to happen to her. I'd assume she's going to get in trouble for this, because admitting to that is like literally a way to lose your license. So we will see. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Crazy. Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat says, sent you something on Twitter now, just curious. I'll check it out as soon as we're done with the next super chat here. Thank you for the $2, Lone Wolf. I am too fly Cam sent a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And we have reached the goal on the Debunks channel. Thank you guys for all of your super chats tonight. We've reached the goal already on both channels, Darren, before you even.
Very nice.
We just reached this one now, but we reached the other one before you got here. Support, keep fighting to be decent, stay safe. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Do you want to do the poll since we reached the goal?
I'll do both polls at the same time. So just remind me for both of them.
All right.
When we get there. We got a bunch of trailer. What, 3Dub?
I was like 30 more minutes.
Okay. We got a bunch of trailers to watch, which is why I was waiting for some people to get here. So what do we want to watch first? We have a bunch of them. Do we want to do Avatar? Do we want to do the Wolverine game? Do we want to do Star Wars Visions? Do we want to do Star Trek? I don't know. I'm going to pull up the page here and see what we have.
I may be pretty worthless to you tonight. A lot of these things aren't my bag.
It's okay. Well, you can still give your opinion about the trailer. Yeah. Like, I think the Star Trek trailer might be interesting to you, though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's the Star Trek thing?
It's a game based. It's a game based on Star Trek Voyager.
Oh.
I'm not really sure what. I haven't seen any of these. So these are all like first time watches for me. Let's do Star Wars Visions first.
Okay.
And this is season 3. I really enjoyed seasons 1 and 2. So let's watch this and see where it goes. As always, if anybody's watching this on playback, I appreciate every single one of you, but it is a heavy trailer night. So they may remove these trailers from the stream, because they'll block the stream if I don't remove the trailer. So I might have to take them down. I assume that the Disney stuff is safe. Universal stuff is probably not safe. So, and the game stuff is probably safe too. So here we go. Star Wars Visions, Volume 3. Let's do it.
The path ahead seems so bright with possibility.
Ooh, they're continuing story.
There are some things you can believe in, even if you can't see them. It's all connected.
Try not to die. Simple, right?
Let's go!
Trust in
Right before
source
Halloween.
and its energy, which binds all living things.
Is this a binge drop?
Is it what?
Is this a binge drop?
I don't
Or
know.
is that weekly?
I guess we get to the end of the trailer. It'll tell us like if it's all at once.
There is no balance without the light and the dark.
Show me the way.
Well, it doesn't say all episodes, but it does say available October 29th. Maybe
It's
someone in the
probably
chat might
opinion.
know. A couple thoughts on this, and this is not just about this trailer, but it's about Visions in general. This is what I wanted What If to be.
Yeah.
Star Wars Visions is what I wanted. Different animation for the episodes, different directors, different characters, stories that are independent as part of their own little bubble. What If was okay, but What If could have been this. I think this is a much more successful version of what If was, in my opinion, personally. I enjoy this trailer. I like the different art styles. I like all the different types of the cinematography they give us, the different stories they're giving us, the continuations of some stories. There's nothing leading into one big event at the end. I really appreciate that from them. They really stuck to that so far. So yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts. Anybody else want to chime in?
I haven't done season 1 or 2 yet. But me and Taz are planning on doing so before this new season drops. So
Okay.
looks exciting. Like I'm very casual Star Wars. So
Well, this is
But,
good
like,
then. It's good because
this
each
is-
story kind of tells you
it's
what you
it's
need
like
to know.
isolated, which is exciting. That's why I loved Mando season 1 so much, because I was like I could just enjoy that, and I didn't have to know all these planets and characters and lore. I could just enjoy that season alone, and that was it. So
I mean, some of this is just beautiful here. Let's take a look at some of these shots. Like this is like Studio Ghibli. It's really great.
a lot of it looks gorgeous.
I mean, it's just so it's got so much personality to it, which
Yeah.
I think is one of the things that hurts What If is there's not a lot of personality to What
Yeah.
If.
I agree.
Like, look at this. It's incredible.
And if you
Ronan's
look,
here.
Oh, really? Well, there he goes. Let me add him to the stage.
yeah.
There we go. He jumped in while the music was playing. I didn't hear him pop in. What's up, Ronan?
What's up, bub?
We just watched this trailer for Star Wars Visions Volume 3. I'm blown away. I can't wait for Star Wars Visions Volume 3. I'm assuming you watched seasons 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, I'm biased, but season 1 has a literally an episode called The Ronin, and it's full Kurosawa, and it's full
Yeah.
Kurosawa style. They gave the character his own book. His figure was hot selling at Celebration, and now there's a continuation. And yeah, I adore. They're not my favorite things, but I am so glad they exist.
Mhm.
And Volume 2 had an episode where it's like, I think it's French animation, and it's about a Sith person painting.
Yeah, it is. It is French. I remember the one you're talking about because I looked it up when we were watching it. So,
and it's one of my favorite stories ever in Star Wars. It is gorgeous.
I want to know who this character is, and can I get this toy immediately? I want this character.
The plushie's coming soon. Yeah,
yeah. So
I figured it was an Ewok.
is it an Ewok?
probably.
You know, it could be because the art style is different. So,
I just looked it up. It is all October 29th. So
okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, they hit to drop them all at once sometimes, I think. Yeah.
That is one of my pet peeves. I hate when everything gets dropped at once.
I do too.
Especially like anthology shows. That's such a damn shame because instead of being able to talk about each one individually and that entire world that they create, you have to talk about like all 8 stories all at once. And but like all of them, I'd argue.
I kind of see the good and the bad of it. Like the bad being like it's over too soon, and the good is you have a concise story that you don't forget, certain parts because it's fast. And
well, that's the thing though, is there's no story to forget. Each episode is independent of each other. There's no story that goes all.
I mean, it's more like fluent. So there, like if you have a cliffhanger at the end of episode 1, you don't have to wait long to watch episode 2.
Yeah. If it's a serialized show, I agree. I think there are pros and cons to both things. Like the pro is if you are someone that just wants to watch your shows, you're by yourself, you don't go on YouTube, you don't talk to your friends, you don't talk about it on the internet. Binge model is perfect for you. You can watch it all at your own pace and get it over with, be done with it, and have your feelings about it. If you're someone like myself, I like to talk about things over time. So I don't mind waiting.
Yeah.
My biggest issue is cliffhangers at the end of the season. Those are the things that bug me the most. But on episodes, not too much.
I love it though.
What drives me crazy is spoilers. Because I do not, I have a job, I have kids, I got so much going on. I cannot sit down and watch 13 episodes. Like if thank God Stranger Things is being broken up now, but like when they used to drop 13 episodes of Stranger Things, they'd be like, season 3 is up. You couldn't avoid spoilers.
No, you'd wake up in the morning and somebody's watched all of it already.
Yeah, and I would think to myself, don't these people have jobs? Like,
I feel the same way. Like for example, there's a couple of times I remember shows that would come on at like 4 a.m, right? They would debut at 4 a.m. I would check my social media at like 6 a.m. and all the spoilers are already out there. I'm like, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, and then you get the news sites like that. You could be like, well, I'm going to avoid spoilers, but then you get the news sites like a Slash Film or who will put a spoiler in the headline title.
Yeah,
and it'll be like about that surprise cameo in episode, and you're like, I didn't know that.
Stranger Things is like one of those rare shows I'll do that with because I loved like spreading it out. But like Stranger Things, I turn off my phone, I buy some Egos, and I spend like 8 hours on my couch binging it until I'm done, and then be like, all right, what's everyone up to?
Yeah, I tend to like now. I've been disciplined enough to be like, all right, especially with Star Wars stuff or like even Marvel DC.
Yeah.
Unless I haven't gotten screeners for it, or unless I'm not too hyped for it, I usually shut off my phone and black out social media for 12 to 24 hours. Just to ignore even the slightest of hints of stuff. That way I can go in as cold as possible and do anything new.
That's the thing if they drop like 10 to 13 episodes though. Like I could do that for a few hours until I get to a show, but I would be doing it for like 2 weeks for like 13 episodes.
I hate when like Disney Plus was doing those like 3 a.m. drops. Because I would forget about it.
Mando season 1 was like that.
I just wake up and be like, what's going on social media? Oh, fuck, it's, blank. It's blank characters. Like, no, I didn't want to see that. I haven't watched it.
And I'm nocturnal. I'm up at night. So
look, there's some things I will watch like right away. If I'm laying in bed and I'm playing a game late at night, I'll watch it or whatever. But I think we live in an era where spoilers exist and it's like, how do you get away from them? I don't think there's an easy way to get away from them.
Speaking of spoilers, I've heard this trailer is very spoilery, so I haven't seen it yet. It's up to you guys. I'm not gonna watch it. Just let me know when it's done because I heard it's spoiler and I'm like, oh boy.
Okay, I don't really know what I could get spoiled on from this based on what I remember from the movie. So we're gonna give it a watch, but like I'm gonna watch it straight through, so it's not gonna get paused. So
Okay.
if you come back,
I'll be right
if you
back.
come back in like 3 minutes, we should be done with it. So
Okay.
here we go. Wait, hold on. Where's the play button? Oh no, I can't find the play button. There we go. All right.
This is the only pure thing in this world. The fire came from the mountain, burned our forest. My people cried for help. But Eva did not come.
Very quickly, this will probably 100% get claimed because it's Skydance, which is connected to Universal and Paramount now. So this probably will not be in the stream when people watch it on playback.
This world goes much deeper than you imagine.
I love this shot. I did see this on Twitter.
Protect your sister. Yes, sir. Stay under cover. What does that always say?
Sully's stick together.
No, the other one.
Sully never quits.
That's right. Sully's never quit.
How do you still live?
What if every human being on Earth could live here without a mask? Then the Na'vi people will be gone.
Whoa.
I think that was a spoilery thing that he was talking about. That bit right there about the whole human not wearing a mask or whatever.
You want to spread your fire across the world. You need me.
We must fight! I call upon the warrior mother. I'll kill you! I swear!
Okay. General thoughts on that? Well, first of all, is anybody a big Avatar fan at all?
Yes and no. Like I'm not gonna like go running to the theater to watch it.
I think they're fine. I think they're great, like popcorn flicks to me. They're like I liked sitting in the theater looking at the visuals of them, but like I kind of don't care. Like even while watching this trailer, I was phasing out. I was like, oh my god, okay, we're watching this.
I still feel like this is going to be $1 billion movie for them.
It's Christmas. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do as well as the last one because, like, obviously, I think the big thing of the last one is like, oh, it's been 10 years since the last one. We have to go watch this. It's been 2 years since the last one for this one, and I think a little bit of the appeal is gone. But it's going to do well. It's Christmas time. It's Avatar. People like these movies. It's going to do fine. It's going to do fine. It's whatever.
The only way it can top the second movie is if it made $3 billion. That's not happening.
No, it's not. I don't think it's going to top it. I think it's going to be a good movie for them. They've had a year of sort of like lull, like films in terms of like where they're at. I think this one is more of a. I think this is more of a sure thing for them than the previous movies.
And there's not a lot of like things coming out this December, right? It's kind of like you have Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously, and you have SpongeBob, but like there's not a lot of like big movies this December. It's more so next December we're kind of watching out for. But like this one is like, it is the biggest thing in theaters right now. It's all kind of like a different like demographic of movie. Like Five Nights at Freddy's has an audience. SpongeBob is the children's audience. This feels like the like general, okay, everyone can kind of go see this movie and enjoy it kind of thing.
That's fair enough. I'm trying to find the Star Trek trailer for the Star Trek game. I thought I saw it up here at the top.
I am not a fan of the Avatar films at all, but my wife and my oldest daughter love them.
I really, really enjoyed the first one. I know it was sort of cliche and just retelling a story we've, seen a million times. But I thought it looked really good. But we live in an era where that technology is now very common. And I feel like the Avatar story isn't as strong as the visual technology that they had created for that first movie. Because back then, what they were doing was incredible. We hadn't seen anything like that before. Now you can turn on TV and see people doing what they did with Avatar. So
my favorite Avatar thing so far has been the ride at Disney World.
That's pretty cool. I had a lot of fun there.
I'm more excited for the Airbender movie next year.
Yes, that's gonna be really good. Where's the Star Trek game? Somebody told me there's a Star Trek game. I'm scrolling through IGN. Because I want to watch Wolverine. I want to watch Star Trek and then I want to watch Wolverine. There's Wolverine.
Chris, I had a 3-hour nap during the last one. I told my wife, I said, you and Jackie can go enjoy the third one together. I'm staying home on that one. But I went out to the theater for part 2 and I tried to stay awake, but it didn't happen.
What was it? James Cameron was like, "Oh yeah, we might have like an 8-hour cut that will turn into like a TV show," and I'm like,
sending it to Eric.
Enjoy. That's not for me. Like I like them enough, but I'm not watching 8 hours of Avatar.
It's in the private chat.
Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Should I text Ronan that we're done?
Oh wait, sorry, wrong one.
You can.
I think I sent you the wrong one because it said 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sending you the one that's an hour ago.
All right. Let's see.
I just looked at the timestamp. I was like, wait, no, that can't be right.
This is 2 years ago, 3Dub.
Yeah, that's the one that I said that it was 2 years ago. I was like, that can't be right because that's.
All right, so this is the official. It's a gameplay trailer, but I want to check it out because I want to see if this game feels authentic to Star Trek because that's really what I'm looking for here. So, spoiler alert for me, and it might not be spoiler because I've talked about it before. My favorite show, even though it's got bumps and bruises on it, is Star Trek Voyager. Of the old Trek stuff. That's my favorite show. My favorite cast is Star Trek Next Generation. My favorite show is Star Trek Voyager, but I think the best show was Deep Space Nine. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I think the best overall show was Deep Space Nine, but I didn't like all the cast, and I think the first 2 or 3 seasons of that are rough for me. Next Generation is my favorite cast. I think there's so much chemistry between that cast. However, I enjoyed Voyager. The idea of a Federation ship being in the Delta Quadrant with no help whatsoever, and having a captain who struggles to deal with all of the things that they have to do as a captain in a world where there's nobody coming to save them. I always thought that was really interesting. So anyway, this is Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown official gameplay trailer. Now, gameplay trailers typically aren't that exciting, but it will give us an idea of what the game looks like and what we're going to be doing. I'm very curious what kind of game this is. And like, is it an action game? Is it a story-driven game? I don't know a lot about it. So let's see. Oh, the ship! I used to love watching the intro to this ship back in the 90s. Ooh, it looks like No Man's Sky. Oh, you can scan for stuff. Oh, the Borg.
Looks like Among Us a little bit.
What's that game where you have to go around and do stuff? Is it what is it called? The one where somebody's a murderer?
Among Us.
Oh yeah. That's what it's giving me the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Neelix!
Cass is in this game?
Yeah. Oh no! Did you see that, Joe?
I saw Tuvix.
Yeah, but look what you can do. Watch. So it says a familiar stranger, right? Continue. Watch what the next option is.
Wow.
Bit of like your choose your own adventure kind of vibes.
Well, I'm wondering though, if Kess is in this, does that mean 7 of 9 isn't?
Or does it happen where like you have an option? Because it says rewrite history. I wonder if it's optional to get rid of Kess or to keep her, because I know she decides to leave, but maybe there's an option to get her to stay or whatever. Maybe 7 of 9 is an optional crew member that you can pick up at some point. It says wish list now, so there's no official release date, I guess, for this. But it said rewrite history. So I'm wondering if certain things like Kess leaving, Neelix leaving, 7 of 9 coming on board, if all these things they're optional things, like the Tuvix. Like, I know a lot of people that aren't Star Trek fans probably don't know this, but there's a big dilemma around Tuvix in the show, and it's become like a talking point within the Star Trek community on like the moral implications of what they do with that character. And it seems like in this game, you will be able to make that decision yourself and see what that does if you choose not to make the decision that they made in the show.
Yeah.
So
the interesting thing about Tuvix is I don't remember there being much discussion about it in the 90s. Like, it seems like in the 90s that episode came out, everyone watched it and then moved on, and then suddenly in recent years it's come back and been like, it's gotten very big recently, like in the past decade.
Yeah. Well, I also think there's also discussions of some older episodes of The Next Generation. There's that one, oh god, what was the name of it? That's been coming back up in recent conversation. The one where they go, it's in season 1, I believe. The one where they go and they meet a world where it's basically like an African tribe community.
Code of Honor.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that one seems to be very, very controversial now. I've seen people talking about it on TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, if you look back on it, it's bad. I know that Jonathan Frakes has said he wants to scrub it from the series and just have it go away completely. It's a self-contained episode. He doesn't think it belongs there anymore. And I'm like, I don't know.
Jonathan Frakes' exact words were, it's a racist piece of shit.
Yep. Pretty much. We got some super chats before we look at the Wolverine trailer. Columbia Rican here with a $5 super chat. I understand how you all feel about having things spoiled, but I'm okay if something is spoiled, because if I want to see it, I'm still going to see it. I feel that way about most things, because I guess I've gotten used to that in the era of social media, and because of the stuff I do here on YouTube. I run a podcast. We talk about pop culture stuff. I feel like there's always a chance I'm going to get spoiled with something, but I do know there's a lot of people that don't like to be spoiled, and I try to respect that as well, which is why I'm saving the Peacemaker chat till the end of the stream, so that doesn't happen. You know?
Especially in this day and age when even toys can spoil stuff for you. Like, I don't know, for any younglings watching this, do you have no idea how much of a big deal it was that Grogu was a surprise for everybody? Nobody saw that coming. There was no toys. Filoni and Favreau said, like, oh yeah, we went out of our way to tell toys don't put any toys early on, because we want to preserve that surprise. And that was the last time I felt genuinely surprised by something of that big of a caliber.
South Texas Sharp with a $2 super chat. So Gemma Chan is in the 007 game. There's a 007
Yes, she is. Yep. First Light, I think that's what it's called.
Jeez. Is that the one with young Dexter in it? The actor who's in the Dexter prequel, I think.
Probably. I could be wrong. Although I'm a fan of her work from Eternals.
Oh,
And I'm happy she's getting another role like this.
All right, so let me pull up the IGN trailer for Wolverine. Just have that ready to go. We have one more super chat here from Columbia Rican, $5 super chat. Lower Decks tackled the moral discussion about Tuvix, which is very yes, it was. I do remember that. Lower Decks is a funny ass show. I love Lower Decks. It's one of my favorite things out of Star Trek, and it's the most unserious thing the vast majority of time. But there's a lot of really good ethical and moral discussions that happen on that show. Matter of fact, there's one episode with Peanut Hamper, I think that's the name of the character, the little sentient life form, that goes and takes over an entire world, and they have to like deal with the moral implications of that one. That was a batshit crazy episode. We watched that. I was like, what the fuck is this episode? It was like completely out of left field, and I thought it was so well done, in my opinion. So
one of the things I love about Lower Decks is it's so silly, and yet it's completely canonical.
Yeah.
It's like you can't deny it. It's canon.
And I know it's not quite the same thing, but I actually enjoyed Prodigy as well. I know that they kicked it off before the second season came out, but I thought it was a fantastic show that like transcended ages. It's supposed to be for kids, but it was a very like good show for like everybody to watch. I think
it was an excellent show, but I think what happened with Prodigy was I think that they made mistakes in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
They were billing it as a children's show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the problem is kids didn't watch it. And the problem there is it was billed as a children's show. So for that reason, adults chose not to watch it too, because they didn't think it was for them.
Season 2 was much better than season 1. Season 2 was great, I thought. I think they've got a new Star Trek show coming out made for really little kids, and I saw the preview for that.
Preschool level,
Oh, it's already out.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Already out. It is. All right, look, I'm not the target audience, okay?
Right.
I'm not the target audience. With that in mind, I'm still going to say it's really bad.
Oh,
because it's trying to be educational,
but
I don't see what they're trying to teach in this. Like I'm watching it and I'm like, you could have used Star Trek to teach science or, but it's all like matching game stuff. Like this meteor, a giant meatball's coming. What do we use to stop the meatball? The rubber ducky? Or it's like but none of it makes sense, and I'm like,
Staggerforce says Star Trek daycare, like that's
like Star Trek means finding Dora the Explorer.
I got kids, like a Star Trek for toddlers. When my kids were toddlers, I would have welcomed that, but this ain't it.
That sounded those options sounded like Dora the Explorer.
So we have here from Jay says, I don't want to be negative, but I watched season 3 of Strange New Worlds and that was rough. I didn't have a problem with it until the final episode. The final episode for me was by far my least favorite episode of the season. It felt very rushed for some reason, and I think it didn't land for me, but I was okay with pretty much the rest of the season. So
oh my god, Patton Oswalt, man. Patton Oswalt, that episode.
That was a great episode. I love that episode.
The post-credit scene where Spock is just showing when he goes, "Pull my finger."
Yeah,
he pulls the finger.
No, it was great.
And now,
what a great, just like a pocket episode of like Star Trek. It was really, really good. Space and Goat says last week the guys named their favorite Disney villains, and I was sad no one mentioned Xanathos. Well,
who?
I've never been.
Darren's muted.
Didn't we do that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it feels like it was more than a week ago, but maybe Space and Ghost wasn't here.
Who's the villain?
Preschool Star Trek brain rot. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Interesting twist though. There's now a fan theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's now a fan theory that one of the toddlers on Star Trek Scouts is a 8-year-old version of John Ransom from Lower Decks.
Really? That's interesting. Okay, so we are going to watch the Wolverine trailer now, and then after that, I think it'll be time to make the poll, maybe. Yeah, actually, we're also going to talk about Mystique being woke, apparently. So we'll see what that is. It's apparently when I watch this trailer, I'm going to know why she's woke. So let's see.
You won't.
I love this.
Fighting longer than I can remember.
Wow.
Yay, gore!
Holy crap.
This is what I want Punisher to do.
I'm not a violent man.
You want Punisher to be like this in Spider-Man?
Trouble just has
Yes,
way of finding
very
me.
much.
Ooh.
But I'd be lying.
Oh, the suit looks good.
Yeah, it does. I love it too.
Doesn't matter where I go.
But is this in Madripoor? Does some of this take place in Madripoor?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Far I run.
Omega Red!
Death's always waiting.
Oh.
Just not for me.
Oh my god!
Because I ain't no.
Is that all the Mystique stuff in it?
Like I said, no, you won't.
Oh, a Sentinel! Oh my god, that looks so fucking good to me. All of it, everything, no notes at all.
Looks
Like,
incredible.
I'm ready to play this right now.
I don't want to wait a whole year.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Oh, I can't wait for pre-orders.
So good.
That's gonna be the worst.
Oh.
4
part.
years and the waiting. 4 years.
It will be 5 years by the time it comes out.
Omega
Yeah.
Red looks really good.
Well, it's
here.
not coming out this year.
No, next year. Fall
Next
of
fall.
next year.
Next fall. I wish it was this fall.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Jake has just arrived.
I wonder why.
Is there a reason why? Is there a real reason why?
He heard I was watching this trailer and he said he had to come.
Oh, okay. What you're saying.
What's up, Jake?
Where are you at?
Yeah. Same room. I had to just join from my mobile tonight because we had somebody across the street that was getting internet put in, and for some reason that fucked up over here where I'm at. So,
Oh.
yeah, my internet's down for the night. So you guys are right now. You guys are resting on a case of poker chips. And then leaned up against a recording case.
Well, it's good to know that we don't have any bonus topics tonight, so you don't have to worry about that this evening. But
oh, cool! So no
did you
less
watch
going to be
the
taken from me.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the trailer for the Wolverine game?
Well, I will say that about 5 hours ago, I put a video out where I was reacting with these two, where we did a joint reaction on it. So that's out now.
My mic muted. As soon as it started, I was so pissed.
Yeah. Not only did your mic mute, but before we started, Mr. Unchained down there had to prank us with the logo. That
Didn't mean to.
But yeah, loved this trailer to absolute bits. Of course, I came in sporting the shirt tonight. Had to.
Oh.
And
we won't watch this on stream, but I'll watch it later. Maybe we'll watch it on Monday. We'll see. We've got other things to do before we end tonight. So
yeah, it was connected to the State of Play originally. No, this looks great, and I just saw. I wasn't even paying attention to the part of the title that said woke, but I saw Mystique. I saw Mystique in the title, and it made me think. So for all of you, trivia nerds, all the way back in 2009 in the X-Men Origins Wolverine game, they had Mystique in that game, of course, for anybody who played it. And that was part of the devs' original story when they said, they were approached by Fox and they said, hey, can you work the story of our movie into your game? They agreed. So it was half the original story, half movie story. And Mystique was obviously part of the original story. And there were heavy implications from multiple studio developers that that game was going to feature another playable character, and it's heavily implied that it was going to end up being Mystique. So it's kind of cool to see that concept seems to be making its way into this game, because at multiple points in this trailer, it looks like you're actually controlling Mystique. And even further than that, another thing that is cut from a previous Wolverine game that seems to be making its way into this one. Again, maybe this is a bit of a stretch, but going back even further, all the way to 2003, when Gene Pool came out with the X2 Wolverine's Revenge game, which, despite showing Hugh Jackman's Wolverine on the cover, it's not related to the movies at all. One of the bosses that was cut from that you can find in voice files is Omega Red. They had a bunch of voice lines cut from him,
and now he's in this game.
Yep, now he's in this one. So
right.
I said this to Ronan and Darren. It's like they're telling their own original story and kind of celebrating a bunch of things about the past Wolverine games, while also paying tribute and homage to cut concepts and things from those past Wolverine games that didn't make it into the final cut, if you will. And now we're seeing them into this one, and I love that about it.
Well, I don't understand the Mystique is woke stuff based on this trailer. Like, all I see is her transforming here, and then
newsflash, that's her
gameplay.
ability.
Like, what is woke about that? Like, what
it was the same
like,
nonsense that Morph got on X-Men 97. Right. It's the same nonsense.
Same exact. It's the same. It can be utilized the same way to where you.
I mean, this looks like Mystique. Like,
she's a woman. That makes it woke.
Well, people are comparing this to the Mary Jane missions in the Spider-Man games, and I don't see it as a similar comparison at all, because in those, especially in the first game, Mary Jane's helpless. She can't do anything. A fly touches her, she dies.
Yeah.
And with this game, Mystique is actually a competent fighter, at least if you go off her Marvel adaptations. She can actually handle herself in a fight, and has unique abilities that she can utilize. Whereas Mary Jane, all they gave her in the second game was a gun, which was way too overpowered, but that's a different conversation. And it seems to be a different case here.
Yeah. Hot take, like really hot take. I'm actually more excited to play as her than Logan. I know it's crazy,
I get it because there's so much potential there.
Yeah, I'm like, what can I do as her? That's so exciting.
Oh no, we figured it out. Christian here. She is blue. Blue equals Democrat woke. I
mean,
I think the fact that she's a woman is enough for them to say woke. If she's a good fighter, you said she's a good fighter. Well, is she better than a man? Did they make a man look like he's not?
Well, she can be a man. She can be a man. That's the thing. People think she looks trans. She's literally a shapeshifter. Like, she can look like a man exactly. So I don't understand what the issue is. Like, what are we doing?
People are fucking stupid.
Yeah, woke. It's the biggest. I got nothing to say, but I want to say something.
Yeah, it's so.
By the way, am I coming through okay on these AirPods?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound good.
Cool.
Cash says, I actually like those missions, the ones with Mary Jane, the MJ missions.
I like them more in 2.
They're fine. Honestly, I'll say this: the one mission in the first game where you're playing as Miles and you're running away from the Rhino, that's better than any of the Mary Jane missions. Love that part, because that actually made you feel like you were that actually made Rhino feel like a legitimate threat, because in a number of games prior, they kind of treated him as just the rampaging, brainless idiot. So
it's also so cool to get to play as Miles before he's Spider-Man. Like you're beginning that journey.
Yep. Also, Darren, I just thought of this because you popped back in here and were like this. A friend of mine saw the thumbnail that was on my Wolverine reaction for this evening. And they messaged me and they said, "Who's the guy in the glasses and why does he look like you?"
Oh my god! All right, I'm gonna write the because I know 3M's about to tell me, hey, you got to do your polls now. So we're gonna do both the polls for both channels. While we do that, I thought it would be polls. So here we got South Texas Sharp with a $2 super chat. We're gonna look at all the super chats, but we're gonna do this one so everybody can sound off on some of their stuff from this week.
I cannot see the chat, by the way, in mobile view. So if something is said, then tell me.
Okay, so what did you watch this week? Everybody can sort of sound off on anything you want to promo that you watched this week that you think other people should check out too. And I'm going to make the poll up while you guys do that.
I started the Pit this week. Since it won its Emmy, it's pretty damn good. People are right.
I watched.
What is it called?
the Pit, that like medical
Hospital.
show where it's like
Yeah.
like typically I don't watch those, but like the whole aspect that's like every episode is 1 hour of a 15-hour shift, and that's kind of
Whenever I hear the Pit, I think of the go-kart track that's in this state that people can go and race on. Sorry.
okay.
Yesterday, I binge watched the entire season 3 of Fire Country. So
I saw they're getting like a spinoff, right? It's like
what?
they're getting like a spinoff, right?
Sheriff Country.
Yeah, I saw they put out a promo. It's like, oh damn, they're
What a dumb name, by the way. I just hate
Sheriff
these
Country is
names.
a pretty dumb name.
The lead actress is from Gotham, and she
I saw
also is Deadpool's girlfriend. So
yeah.
Verena Baccarani?
Vanessa.
Yep.
Vanessa.
Yeah.
AKA
Oh, bugger.
DCAU's Black Canary.
See, you guys are going for everything except the thing I would go to first, which is Firefly.
Take
I mean,
my
I saw
hand,
that,
take
like-
my love.
I mean, that was going to be my third choice.
I saw that
I love
one
Firefly.
when I was a kid. So
Yeah, I mean, Firefly would have been better if they actually released it the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Still got its kick. It still got its magic, I think.
I just rewatched one of the most criminally underrated movies of the year today, which is the live-action remake of Snow White. If anyone hasn't seen that, today was my 4th time watching it. Saw it 3 times in the theater. Watched it on 4K disc today, and that movie is fabulous. It's one of the few Disney animated remakes that is better than the animated original. And if it does not get nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars this year for Waiting on a Wish, something is wrong with the process, because that song is fantastic.
Okay, Google, give me definition for criminally underrated.
I liked any time Gal wasn't on screen.
Which is so funny, because going into the movie, people thought it was going to be the opposite.
Rachel's incredible in that movie.
See, I thought they were both great. I loved Gal Gadot could sing. I didn't know she could sing, but her song was great.
She can talk.
She can talk.
I don't agree personally, but I'm glad you got that out of it. I'm glad you got something I didn't out of it.
So this week we watched Marvel Zombies all the way through. So I saw all of those episodes.
You said, "Oh, I forgot to watch it. I'll be back."
Oh my gosh!
I got to show something that arrived.
Related to Marvel Zombies?
The Zombie Strange again?
No, it's not Zombie Strange, but it is, or at least it was, related to something that happened in Peacemaker a little while back.
A little while back. You didn't even watch Peacemaker.
I know.
What else? I finally finished 1923.
Okay. And Marvel Zombies triggered that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, hey, I said I was going to get this. I wasn't lying.
Okay, well, there you go.
I am now like probably one of the only 5 people in the world that own one of these.
Oh.
Did you have anything running? You were saying something running. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that. I literally just thought about it.
I finished 1923. I had seen the first season, really dug it.
Yeah.
The Yellowstone prequel, which is a sequel to another prequel. Anyways, I finished that one and it was pretty good. I'm wondering if they're going to do another spin-off of Yellowstone, because I like what that franchise can do, even though I haven't seen the main show in its entirety.
What was the other show? Because you had like 1923, and then there was another one.
1883.
Yeah, I saw a few episodes of that one, and I remember that was around the time where they were saying, what's her name from that show was going to be one of the Wonder Twins, and I'm waiting
for the next TV show, 1484, so we can just keep going back in time until we get to like year one. All right. Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
sending you a thing just really quickly that I put together yesterday just to show off how insane next year is.
I was going to say, Eric, have you not watched The Chosen, Eric? That's pretty close to 1.
I have not watched it. The CW show? No, I haven't watched that one. Naruto with a $5 super chat. People are speculating that Mystique is going to be the MJ of Wolverine. Yeah, the segment looks like the trailer.
Yeah.
It looks like gameplay. Yeah, we did talk a little bit about that. I don't have a problem with that. Mystique is an actual character that fights in comics anyway, so I don't really see why that's a problem.
And they're having her and Wolverine together, which is kind of paying homage to another piece of X-Men media. Because for anybody who watched Wolverine and the X-Men, you had that episode where him and Mystique teamed up to dive into a lot of Weapon X history, getting into people like Christopher Nord, seeing more of people like Sabretooth. So they have connections in other medias, and I feel like you can mix a lot of those things together.
Yeah. Another $5 super chat from Naruto. Thank you, Naruto.
This
Wolverine
is crazy, by the way.
Wolverine is voiced by Liam McGuire, and the devs said we'll be going over the world, Japan, Madripoor, and British Columbia. So, yeah.
It's not
McIntyre. And the devs said we'll be going over the world, Japan. It looked like Madripoor in the trailer.
Yeah.
In British Columbia. I expected that. So
the Flash star, Liam McIntyre.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I was talking to Darren. I said, what is it with people from the Flash show playing characters in the Marvel Insomniac games?
That's pretty hilarious.
I'm hoping we get Patch. I'm really hoping we get Patch.
I'm hoping Patch would be cool, and I would love it. This would just do it all for me because of what we've seen so far. The cherry on top of this, if we get playable Weapon X flashbacks where he's running around in the helmet, give that to me, please.
Also, Eric, you should watch the behind the scenes of that trailer as well. That's awesome.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that. Yeah.
And I'm just saying, a game from 21 years ago did it. X-Men Legends. This can do it too.
Okay, so we have a couple of things we're going to look at here. 3Dub sent me something, Lone Wolf sent me something, and Darren sent me something. We're going to go through these three things. Before we do that, let me tell you what the options are. There's a troll one in here. There's a troll one. Okay. So we'll see.
Everyone's so gonna vote for that one.
The option are tell me which one you think the troll one is after I read them off to you.
Okay.
Top 5 best 90s movie soundtracks. Okay.
Soundtracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top 5 best Y2K cartoon villains. So cartoon villains between 2000 and 2009.
Y2K. Can you
why did
you that a little bit?
2000 to 2009.
Okay.
Yeah. I just said why I don't have enough room to type it all in there, so that's what that means.
That abbreviation just makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I know. Top 5 best Nickelodeon cartoons over the years. So anything from any era of Nickelodeon. This includes like old school Nickelodeon, Nicktoons, Nick at Night, all the late night stuff. Any animation that came on a Nickelodeon channel.
Everyone's gonna be fighting for that one. I can tell you.
Chris, I can't respond to your thing down there because I can't type here, or else my camera's gonna go all over the place. But I agree with your statement.
Which one?
The one where he was talking about.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
William Sailors as Doc Ock. That was great casting.
And the last one is.
You're already laughing, so I think this is the troll one.
Top 5 hottest gootable DC characters.
Darren, this is about to be that Lois Lane ranking all over again.
So basically, just characters that you think are really attractive, pretty much.
So all of them then.
So that's on the Reloaded channel. If you want to vote for that one, come over to the Reloaded channel.
I'm sure people are going to get reloaded looking at that.
On the Debunks channel.
Pick the troll one.
On the Debunks channel, you guys get to pick one of my trailer reactions for next week. This week's one was wait, what was this week? I don't remember what this week was. Anyway, next week we're going to get 2 from me. One is going to be Critical Drinker. Then you guys are going to pick one of these. It's either Mr. H Reviews, Tyrone Magnus, Snarky J, or Yellow Flash 2 on the Debunks channel. So
what the hell are these?
The League of Shadows.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, they probably have a lot of deception.
By the way, the Goonable one is getting the most votes right now. So
you had to know that was going to happen.
Maybe we'll get paid. Maybe we'll get Paigey to join us for that one. We'll see what he says.
Yeah, that's the time you bring him around.
All right, so Darren dropped this banger here on Twitter. It says here, okay, let's recap 2026. Do you want to go through this, Darren? It is your tweet. So
sure. No, I was just going through. It's like, what is all coming out next year? Because it's a crazy month. So we have Spider-Man 4, Avengers 5, Vision Quest, Daredevil Born Again, Punisher, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, X-Men 97, Spider-Man Noir, I assume. It was supposed to come out this year, so I assume it's going to be pushed next year. Clayface, Lanterns, Supergirl, My Adventures with Superman Season 3, most likely, I'm going to assume. Caped Crusader, also not confirmed, but most likely will be next year. Lego Batman, Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra, Wolverine, Invincible, and I didn't add it here, but The Boys Season 3 as well.
Wow.
And perhaps potentially Harley Quinn Season 6.
Where's Mandalorian and Grogu?
Is that Green Lantern show coming next year?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes, probably as well. And
Yeah,
I just did like comic book stuff. I just did like the big comic book projects. There's
Canada
a lot
Gra-
coming out that's not.
Canada Graph says Darren shamelessly plugging his own Twitter.
Oh yeah.
And Lance says Vault Rising next year as well.
I can't wait for that one.
Well.
And also X-Men 97 Season 2. I don't know if anybody said that.
That on there.
Yeah, that's on there. Why do I feel like there's another game?
Is there?
No,
Again, there's a lot I could have forgot. Like I just did that from my head, trying to put it all together.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's another game.
There was a Captain America Black Panther game.
That's on here.
Rise of Hydra.
Yeah,
1943.
Is the Blade game next year?
Maybe.
Because I know Microsoft's doing that. I don't want to buy a fucking Xbox for that, though.
But before we move on to the next thing, I want to find out how many people are going to stick around and chat about Peacemaker's episode tonight. Did everybody?
I am.
Okay.
Ronan, you will?
Yeah, stay off Twitter, muchachos. Stay off social medias.
There's massive spoilers, so that's why I'm bringing this up
seen
now.
A spoiler. I'm kind of pissed about it.
I already saw the big thing, and I don't really care.
You've already been spoiled. The episode just aired an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
I clicked on something on accident.
So I know the big thing that happens.
Yeah,
but I'll dip once you guys get into that.
Okay, all right. What, Joe? Are you watching Peacemaker or no?
Oh yes, okay. I am.
All right. Good to go. All right. This is what 3Dub. No, wait. 3Dub didn't send this one. 3Dub. Oh, this is one 3Dub sent. Donald Trump signs executive order. By the way, executive orders don't work the way people think they work. They're not like the rule of law. They can be challenged in court. They're not like executive orders have some functionality to them, but it's not like he signs it and he's a king and then that thing happens. But anyway, Donald Trump signs executive order approving the TikTok US deal. It's now 80% owned by American investors. The deal is valued at $14 billion. Oracle is among the new owners. Plus, we know there's a bunch of other people trying to get in on this deal or whatever. I don't really use TikTok, and I think functionally it'll probably remain very similar to how it works now. But the For You page,
they wanted to get rid of it.
Well, no, it's too much. It was worth too much money. They never wanted to get rid of it. They just wanted to keep it around for that reason.
I know. That's sarcasm.
Yeah. No, there was never a world where they actually wanted to get rid of TikTok. They just wanted to make sure that they had control over what kind of information was coming through TikTok. So that was what it always was at the end of the day. I think as long as you're on your following page, you're probably going to be fine. When you jump into the algorithm, that's when things are going to get really weird. I am a huge proponent of non-algorithmic searches when you're looking through your news feed. I prefer when it's just whatever you're following. Facebook is a cesspool full of that shit. At least Twitter, you still have a For You tab, or a following tab, which I appreciate. TikTok also, once it gets into just the algorithm, it's just garbage. It's garbage stuff.
Blue Sky has it one too, that you have a follower's post.
Yeah.
I'm getting frustrated by Blue Sky because everybody I know is still over on Twitter, and I keep telling them come to Blue Sky, and they're like, "No, it's boring there." And I'm like, "Well, it's boring there because you're all still over here. If you come over there,
yeah,
I see a blue sky every day."
Yeah,
I like the song, Mr. Blue Sky. I love it.
I think a lot of people keep Twitter. People keep Twitter because they want their adult content.
I mean, have you seen the description on Ronan's Twitter?
No.
Love you, Ronan.
I just love. He's just like, yes, Ronan's a ladies' man. Go watch his feed. It's just like, thanks.
No, it's funny. I'll go on Twitter and I'll see a picture, and immediately I think Ronan would probably like this. And then within the next 3 seconds, I look above the picture, and it's one that he reposted. I'm like, there we go.
Of course.
Okay, so this was something that Lone Wolf sent over. I don't know if Lone Wolf is still in the chat or not, but he sent this over. YouTuber Chris Stuckman said he wants to direct Nintendo's first ever Metroid movie. Metroid is my dream, and it's not a thing that exists currently as a movie.
I fucking love Metroid.
I do too.
Yeah,
100%.
Metroid Prime is where it's at.
I don't
Super
know,
Metroid.
though,
What are you talking about?
We haven't.
I love Super Metroid, but Metroid Prime's my favorite.
Has his movie come out yet?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to see if I can get a
Shelby
screen for it.
Oaks.
It's at film festivals right now, I think.
I've seen posters for it at my local theater.
Before I start jumping on the Chris Stuckman ship to get him to do this, I need to see what his movie looks like first. Because I like Chris Stuckman, but I need to see what his work looks like first before I start doing it. So Lone Wolf says next month. It comes out next month.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that makes sense for Halloween. That makes sense. I haven't followed his videos that much, but the fact that he made it. What I mean by that, that he was one of us, and he's still one of us, but he made his own movie. I respect that a lot, and the fact that I remember the only video that made a big impression on me was that he's a huge fan of signs, and he went to the location. Like, all right, that's nerdy. That's someone I would hang out with.
Candergraph said I actually had a post removed by Blue Sky with less than 300 posts. I've had like 5 ever out of 150K posts.
I love filming location videos. I would love to do more of them. But I will take a moment and plug that I did do a filming location video on all the filming locations of Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Oh, really?
So, and that was a labor of love, shot in 2 different cities, Philadelphia and Atlanta.
Wow. You know what? I would love to do a road trip with someone and film crazy locations around the country. That would be so much fun.
Swamp Thing, the 2019 show, was filmed like I could walk to where that location was that they filmed that.
That's awesome, man.
They said it was too
I wish I can go there.
They said it was too expensive to keep going because they lost all of their incentive
tax and stuff. Yeah.
And it was that same kind of general area where that Melissa Benoist Waterfront series filmed at. It was that same general area. Yeah,
Ohio.
I could walk down there. You were in Ohio where Superman was filming.
I was, Superman was about an hour away. I could walk to the Christmas Story house as well. Where that the house where that's filmed, you can go and take tours there. Yeah.
You'll poke your eye out, Darren.
Actually, I haven't seen Christmas Story. So
oh my god!
You're wasting your time. It's terrible.
I thought that is a cult classic movie.
I hate that movie.
I didn't say it was a great movie. I said it was a cult classic.
Oh, I hate that movie so much.
I couldn't get into it.
I don't blame you.
All I know is that
go see the house.
all I know is the kid from the Christmas Story was in Elf, as an elf.
He was a producer on it too.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll tell you, my dream filming location that I want to visit is from E.T. When E.T. went missing, and Elliot's like, Michael, you've got to find him. And Michael goes out on his bike and finds E.T. lying in a creek with a raccoon sitting on him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get in that. I want to lay in the creek where E.T. lay. That's one of my dreams.
Yeah, for me, it's the opening of Raiders. That jungle, I want to go there and see where they actually filmed it at, and also, and I think it's still there, but where they shot Tatooine for A New Hope.
Tunisia.
Yeah, Tunisia. I want to go where the homestead is still at. I want to go there one day and be like, I made the pilgrimage to Star Wars.
And I know one of yours too, Ronan. Wasn't it you wanted to go where they shot the stuff for the Wolverine, right? Whenever you went to Japan.
When I go back to Japan, that's making that list. Where they shot the Wolverine, I want to hang out there, and hopefully by then, I'm a little more built like Logan, and be like, all right, I'm gonna cut my hair. And...
so are you gonna walk over there with an axe and a tank top and just chop a tree in the middle of the road?
If they need me too, I'll do it. Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
We got a $2 super chat from Naruto here. I'm not going to do a top 5. There's 2 that I would like to see though. Top 5 skins for Wolverine, and you guys, and I know Jake probably has some he would like to see. The 2 that I would really like to see is the classic yellow and tan suit that he had in the 80s. I really, really like that suit. Yeah. I still love the blue and yellow, but I love that classic brand. That was my
Hulk in that outfit.
Yeah, that's an iconic outfit. And then the patch outfit, the black patch outfit from the Japan series. So
yeah, for me, For me, it's Japan. It's the patch where he's he's full on Humphrey Bogart like Indiana Jones suit, and I need X-23
Oh, that's a good one too.
or
Yeah.
X-23, Weapon X. I need the full visor,
Yeah.
the visor and all.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'll say two of mine. I won't say the full thing because I actually have a video coming out where I go over 10 of them. But I'll say two of them are his actual X-Men uniform from Old Man Logan, where it's the red X-Men uniform, because there's not a lot of red in Wolverine's costume gallery.
Right.
So that's one of the unique ones.
Cool.
So that one, and one of my favorites that I would love to see is the one called X Deaths of Wolverine, where it's like a lot of yellow and black, and the claws have like a glowing fiery yellow look to them. And I think you could do a lot of visual there could be a lot of visual things you pull off with that. So I just gave you a little bit of a tease for what's coming out in that full video. So yeah.
Okay. When is that video coming out?
Probably within the next week.
Give me shirtless Hugh Jackman.
I mean, Darren, there's probably going to be something to that regard because the Insomniac games had a practically naked Spider-Man, so they'll probably do something like this.
Jokes aside, I actually do think it'd be really cool to get the like ripped costume where it's like how like he's ripped it in a fight, it's tears all over the place,
right?
It's just the bottom bits. Of, I think that
cool. And then like eventually, like you see. Like you could end a fight and he's just, blood, maybe there's metal exposed, and then the costume's still torn, but you see him, regenerate over time. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. Do the end of like Deadpool and like Wolverine where he has the pants, his shirt's gone, but he has the broken mask on or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That would be something.
Lone Wolf here at the $5 super chat says Cody, Leach, and Sean have a review out for Stuckman movie already. They gave it a positive. So I guess they've already seen it.
Cool.
So I definitely want to check it out. I need to find out like near me where it's going to be, because I'm assuming it's going to get a limited release, most likely.
Well, I hope you don't get stuck, man.
I mean, listen, all that aside, like for someone's first movie that they've ever made, it's already a success, I'd say, right? Like most people's first movie, they're filming like in their garage or for a student project or something like that. Like he's getting the works for his first ever. Yeah. So it's already a huge win for him.
Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do now is, since we're coming up at the 2-hour mark, we're going to find out which polls, what we want on the polls. And then we're going to get into the Peacemaker chat, which I know Darren's going to bail on that one because he hasn't seen it yet. Go ahead. We're going to say, Jake.
Oh, it was like me and Darren are going bail.
Okay. Jake, were you going to show something? You got something in your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I got this on a very nice deal. I literally only paid like $10 for this. You already see what it is?
I see his little face.
Oh my gosh.
Is that from 97? No, it's not. It's just regular. Okay.
No, it's not. Because they didn't make a Gambit one from 97, but if you look on the back of this thing, it shows you that there's a set of them. It kind of looks like Rogue and Magneto from that universe. And even like the 2 seconds in TAS that you see Deadpool, it kind of resembles what you see of him there. That's a character I'm surprised Morph never turned into, was Deadpool. Because in TAS, he does it for like 2 seconds.
They said they couldn't. They said the one character that they weren't allowed to use was Deadpool. I was like,
was that actually true? Because I saw that going back and forth.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't.
I saw conflicting reports on that, so I didn't know if it was true. But what I love about this is I don't know if you can see it, but if I angle it down, there's like a bunch of cards there in front of him that are exploding. This is one of the details that I love about that.
Yeah.
I don't know why it would be the case though, because like, wouldn't you want to promote Deadpool and Wolverine that was coming out here?
And it's not like they were, and it's not like they shied away from violence.
See you later, Christian. Good to see you. Have a good night. Jason, why we're doing spoilers already? Because it's a major episode with a lot of heavy spoilers. And I feel like by the time Monday arrives, we're going to miss the boat on talking about it because everybody's ready to talk about it now, which is why I saved it for the end. So if anybody wants to dip out at the end, they can, and then come back and watch the end of the stream tomorrow or whenever they get a chance to watch it. I have a lot to say about it. I have some really strong opinions about the reveal, so I want to sort of get those out there while it's on my mind. So yeah, that's the reason why. But let's go ahead and check out the polls. We're going to end the poll over on the Debunks channel to see which chud you guys want me to tackle next week.
It's the gooning one.
And it is going to be Tyrone Magnus. 52% people want me to check out Tyrone Magnus's channel and chat about it. So that should be a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that next week.
I enthusiastically shake my fist.
Over here on the main channel, let's see which one of these options won.
The gooning one.
And how many people want to participate in this particular list. So
Man,
there we go.
Eric.
Yeah.
Speak of someone who I used to look up to.
Who?
Tyrone.
Oh, really? Back in the day, he was
ago.
like he was the reactor channel back in the day. Like he was the guy.
A long time ago, he was the guy who I didn't watch everything, but I loved his enthusiasm back in the day. And then he went full Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. So the 47%
without the redemption arc.
47% people wanted hottest gootable DC characters.
I knew it.
To be very clear, it was a funny troll title, but essentially it's just the top 5 characters that you find the most attractive in DC.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be like what was that? What you say, Darren?
Just like go down the list of DC characters. Just pick
Are we
one.
gonna go as specific as breaking down like specific versions of them or what?
You could.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
I know where you thought I was going, and I saw you laughing.
Look, it's very lighthearted. The criteria is very, very loose on this one. Like, essentially, if you think the character is attractive, that's it. That's all that the category is. So,
Darren, you have a dirty mind.
I was about to say that's not the only thing that's going to be.
Look, Jay says there are way too much attractive DC characters. Good luck. Good luck.
Yep.
So, there we go. That one, I want to point out though, because we do these every episode, right? We do these polls every episode. This is the largest margin of win we've had in a long time. It's almost 50% of the votes were for like beautiful DC characters.
That's it.
I feel like that's crazy.
I'm looking forward to seeing who puts Aunt Harriet from Batman on there.
Oh no, Eric's channel will be canceled after that discussion, maybe. So,
well, I mean, Darren can attest to this. Like, if there are certain streams where people go into detail about things that don't get canceled, I feel like it'll generally be fine.
I am hoping that the conversation does not devolve into like specifics that would get us in trouble. Just talking about how attractive and how hot someone is not enough to get the channel banned.
I mean, it can't be any less intelligent than the ones we have every week.
That's true. That's true.
Lance is definitely going to be Ryan Wilder.
Probably. All right, so this is where we're going to move into, and I'm going to put up on the screen now so everybody can dip out. Peacemaker spoilers are in full effect, so we can chat about it here.
Yeah.
Some people are going to dip out, and I understand. So everyone that's leaving now, which I think is Darren, 3Dub, and Jake, are you heading out too?
Stick around for a little bit.
Okay. So 3Dub,
I'm not watching it, so it's not
right.
Like
I didn't think you gave a shit. That's what I'm saying. So 3Dub and Darren are dipping out, and so thank you guys both for being here, and we'll see you on Monday.
See you I'll be here tomorrow, Ronan, if you're doing it tomorrow.
See you later.
I know. I got to schedule that between then and last. I know. I'll let you know.
Okay, cool. See ya.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have a thing going on mañana, don't you?
Tomorrow's Last of Us Day. I got to prep for that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they hyped up that whole announcement on State of Play of them adding it to the catalog. It's like, fuck you guys.
But not only that, but like in the game universe, that date tomorrow is when the outbreak happened.
Yeah. So they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone in the chat now has had an opportunity to get away. If you're not watching, come back and watch if you haven't seen it already. Thank you guys, everybody that's been here that stayed up until this point. All right. So this week's Peacemaker finally. Now, Ronan, you said this was the one episode that wasn't released out to like the critics, right? Like people that were reviewing it, correct?
This and the next 2 weeks episodes. The last 3 episodes of this season, no one else has seen. So a lot of us who are doing press are right now still working on our videos and coverage of it. Like right now, the reason why I'm not on camera is because I'm working on my video. So yeah.
Okay. Well, in this episode, very quick, I'm going to recap it very, very quickly. So we see the team following Chris over to Earth 2. And while that's going on, we have Rick Flag trying to figure out what the next move is on Earth 1. Now I'm saying Earth 1, Earth 2 because I don't think there's been an official designation yet. I don't know did James call it Earth 2 or did he just say like another
Not
Earth
yet. I have to watch the podcast to see if he does, but not yet. I haven't known.
Right. So just to put it all out there, to lay it on the table, it is a Nazi Earth. Or at least a Nazi United States.
Who did not see that coming?
I mean, look, I think most people figured it out in episode 2, which is fine. But we got to see tonight the flags have the Nazi symbol in place of the stars and stripes. Well, the stripes are still there, but the stars are gone. I don't know if we're ever going to figure out like how much of the world is occupied like this, or they might dive into it. We got 2 more episodes, so we might dive into that part of it.
Whoa. Someone said it might be their least favorite episode this season.
I don't know about that.
Oh, Chevany here. I have some opinions on it, but it's more about the real world implications of all of this because I need to just get that off my chest. But I don't think it was a very well hidden secret. I think a lot of people that read comics pretty much figured out what was going on very early on. But we have that happening. The team has to follow him over. Vigilante is very interested in meeting Vigilante 2. That's like his main thing going into this. Harcourt, Ads, and Economos doesn't want to be there at all. He's like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Which honestly, that was made the most sense out of everybody on the team. Was like, we need to get the fuck out of here, right? But yeah, we have the whole team over there. We're seeing the world. We're seeing a little bit more of the world. We see them in a restaurant. We see the people standing around and stuff. And Harcourt immediately picks up on it. Yeah. Almost immediately, she realizes that something weird is going on. And to be honest, I think the reason why Peacemaker or Chris didn't figure it out is because he was too wrapped up in getting everything he wanted in his life.
Eye candy.
Yeah, he got his family back. He got Harcourt. The world saw him as a hero. He wasn't paying much attention to it. But yes, it is essentially what we would consider at this time an Earth X storyline. I want to give everybody else a chance to talk a little bit about it, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on my sort of issue with it a little bit. But again, I think it's a great episode, but I have some issues with some of the ways that this could be perceived outside of the show. Does anybody want to go first?
Yo, go for it.
Anybody? Well, I guess Joe, you said you want to talk about it. Any thoughts on it?
Well, for one thing, I was surprised that they actually showed like a swastika like that. That took me by surprise because, traditionally Hydra was a Nazi organization, and the MCU they did not want to go there.
Right.
So that obviously this is a more adult show. I guess they figure they're not selling action figures to kids, but
I mean. Well, DC's never really had a problem with that because when you look at something like the Earth X crossover over on DC, they made sellable costumes and toys of all those Nazi characters.
They did,
so.
and Reverse Flash actually had the SS symbol on his suit.
Chris's dad in the comics is a full-on Gestapo.
Right.
Yeah.
Same
thing with Oliver. He had the things on his sleeves. He had the symbols.
Yeah.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Supergirl crest, wasn't it that symbol in Replace?
It had that same style, that same lettering. Yeah. Ronan, thoughts at all on it?
Man, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
What I appreciate it is the emotional part. With Emilia, like Jennifer Holland was the MVP of this episode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I was dreading that this was the case. It happened. Some could debate that like it was a little obvious. I figured out too quickly, but it doesn't take away that like every moment that like someone kept opening a door that was locked, or staring at something for too long, and you're like, wait a minute, what are they seeing that we're not seeing? And I like that suspense. But I already like sense the dread of the emotional side of like, okay, what does this mean for Chris and his brother and his dad?
Yeah.
But yeah, I really dug the episode. It's not my favorite of the season thus far. The last episodes, although I liked them, they were my least favorites. But this is above them. But yeah, I think it's a good startup for this last 3 episodes. Like this is like you could start feeling the pedal of this big roller coaster we're gonna go on. I think.
Yeah, because this pretty much now the wheels are off and it's just time to go. You know what I mean? Let me say this. I think I like that James Gunn is not afraid to tackle this kind of subject matter. I think it's important to be able to go into this and say, I'm going to give it 100% and I'm not going to hold back on anything, right? Like, because I feel like I think first let me talk about my reservations about this. In the current climate we're in, I think it needs to be more obvious that this world is fucked up. Like, we need to really address that in the next couple episodes, because showing a world that is perfect because there's no people of color in it and not showing us why that's a problem, because keep in mind, the people that feel that way are not going to understand why it's wrong. They're going to see this and go, well, look how perfect the world was. There was no people of color. It was a perfect world. I think we need to dive into why this is wrong for them to see. Like, we all know that it's a problem. But I saw when I saw it on Reddit. There was pictures of like these Nazi propaganda, this German propaganda stuff, where it was saying, look how good the world looks in the future without, POC or whatever. And I see them sharing that and going, hey, look, there's no crime. The streets are clean. All this other stuff. They see it that way and they don't care. So what I think the show needs to do is it needs to make it very clear why this is a fucking problem and what the issue is. Right. Because right now, as far as Chris is concerned and as far as we have been told, it is a quote unquote perfect world. Now, we saw ads walking around. Everyone goes crazy. Keith stops his truck and goes, it's a black. And I heard someone say they got out or something. I'm assuming that Bloodhaven is going to be where all the black people are, all the people of color are, is locked up somewhere in one of these facilities for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, like, my issue is that we need to very heavy-handedly, unfortunately, show why this reality is not good. We need to understand that. Just telling us it's a Nazi reality, surprise that we have to do this. Just telling us it's a Nazi reality in 2025 isn't enough anymore.
Yeah, sadly, the times are very changing, and they like to go back to the way they were. I dread it like that, man. Like, here's the thing. I'll give it this, and I understand where you come from. I completely understand. To me, the best momentum, I think that he is gonna go that way, is the way they shot Leota running away and spotting what the hell's going on with the people chasing, which I can only imagine what it was like for Daniel Brooks filming that. But that was a perfect scene filmed. Yeah. That way, if for some godforsaken reason a kid is watching this, I hope they pose the question, why are they bothering the lady? Why are they chasing down? And it gets them asking questions why that's a bad thing.
But Ronan, that's why I'm saying it needs to be more in our face, because I don't think kids are going to be watching it. So I think the adults that are watching it need to see, this is why it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, they need to really, really show that, because at this point in time, just saying it's a Nazi Earth, unfortunately, isn't enough anymore. It's not enough.
And I think what James is going to do is also, with the brother and father stuff, is make it tough on Chris. Be like, listen, there's people you love who believe in very bad things, and how do you cope with that, which is a very topical and very timeless thing, especially now where we're at. We're I can only imagine how families are going to be during the holidays this year.
Yeah,
and be like, who's really believing in things to go back to the way they were, or who's really keeping up the hope that things can get better? They should get better, no matter how regardless and how ridiculous the the images on the TV look and how everything smells and behaves outside our windows and doors.
Joe, you were gonna say something?
I was just gonna say I don't disagree with what you're saying about showing why that's a bad thing, but I also don't know how you do that, because the people who need that message spelled out for them, I don't know how you deliver that message to them, because they don't want to hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if you make a compelling argument, I don't know that they're just going to say this is woke bullshit and tune out.
I can already assume that a lot of the channels are going to be turning out videos tomorrow saying that they were trying to make white people look bad. That's what they're going to say.
Right.
Well,
because even Chevany here says no hint downside to the white people at all. Right. They've not really addressed that issue, because think about this. If the world is a Nazi world, then the white people that support that would be the villains of the story.
Right.
So how are they going to do that? Like, I appreciate that James Gunn is willing to go this far and push these buttons to really push a point across. But like you're saying, Joe, I do think they need to go further, but you're right. Like, how far is enough for people to finally shake their head and go, yeah, this isn't right. We shouldn't be doing this. Like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that world is.
The fascinating part is like the whole thing of the Sons of Liberty, and how in episode 3, when Chris goes full John Wick, the fact that there was a faction of people who were white that were obviously against this type of way of living. They went about it in a very odd and dangerous way, but they potentially might do exist. And like the fact that like Adrian in this world is like in that belief, and like I can't imagine who else that we bumped into right now who might be in that belief of like, no, the way things are shouldn't be the way things are.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the Sons of Liberty, I saw somebody mention that in the chat. We know they're going to be like the Uprising. They're the group that's trying to like sort of take down some of this like regiment. And we have Vigilante 2 is actually a member, I think, of the Sons of Liberty, because that's the way he made it seem when he was talking with himself, because they're literally the same, except one of them is against Peacemaker, the other is best friends with Peacemaker. But the thing is, there's a theory also that Earth 2 Peacemaker wasn't necessarily part of the negative stuff. He was an insider trying to dismantle it from the inside or whatever. I don't know if that's true, because now we don't know for sure. Maybe they'll reveal something like that in the next couple episodes. But yeah, so we have the Sons of Liberty. I mean, they can try and sort of humanize it a little bit that way, but I fear that what's going to happen is the propaganda machine that we have here on YouTube is going to say James Gunn thinks white people are evil. No, he doesn't think white people are evil. He thinks Nazi and fascist are evil. Like that is different. But the fact is, they assign race to everything, so they're going to assume that he just means, or not. Let me take this back. They're not assuming. They are building a narrative around the fact that he's framing these white people as evil. Unfortunately, also, that's why I think, because somebody in the chat said we don't need to be beat over the head with it. I don't remember who it is. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying we need to be beat over the head with it, but we sort of have to spell it out. Unfortunately.
I mean, unfortunately, you're going to have that group of people that, unfortunately, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Whether your antagonist is white, black, male, female, whatever, they're going to say, "Oh, were you trying to stay away from this group of people because you're not wanting to appear a certain way? Oh, are you looking at this group of people because you're wanting to appear a certain way?" So there's just no winning with everybody. It's like that quote. I'm going to paraphrase it badly, but it's like, you can please some people all the time, a lot of the people sometimes, but you can never please everybody all the time.
Yeah. So Sons of Liberty, the name was intended to be, I don't want to say vague, or the name is intended so that it could be assigned to any sort of uprising group. And that's why we didn't know for sure in the beginning who the Sons of Liberty were going to be, because we saw Peacemaker go in and stop them and they seemed like they were doing something wrong. But I knew it was sus from the beginning. I knew it was sus from the very start. So for me, it wasn't a big surprise.
And also for those who like, how could James Gunn do this? This is not the first time he's tackled this. Go to Creature Commandos. It's almost a running bit of G.I. Joe when he finally gets to go on leash, be like, "Can we kill Nazis?" Like, yeah, G.I.
There was a whole story with G.I. Robot where he met the guy who was like ended up being a white nationalist.
And I
Uh-huh.
mean, they show you on the perverse of that. They show you, like they show you the white face of the quote unquote justice system in the Nina episode and how fucked up that is. So
And
they show it
also,
from multiple different sides.
I mean, I don't know if he's cooled down from it. I doubt it, but like, he's doing it with his art. But like, before he became a studio head, go look at James's feed. He was very much in the clear that like, I do not support authoritarianism, and I am not a fan of the way things have been in this country. And like on a lark, and I salute him. On a lark would go just every day, go fight the good fight. And so like, people who are shocked to this should not be a shock. Like
well, look. Pagey in the chat. Issue with Gunn is that he is so surface level with any commentary he tries. I agree. That's my concern, is if we wrap up this storyline very quickly and he leaves that Earth without showing us any sort of atrocities, we're not tackling the issue at that point, in my opinion.
Sure.
Now, you're right. Ads running away, that scene with everybody chasing after her, that is striking as hell. Like that's a great shot in the episode to sort of convey a message. And I like that part of it. My fear is she's going to run, they're going to escape through the door, and we're never going to tackle any of the actual issues that exist on Earth X. That is my biggest concern. That is my biggest
concern.
Yeah. Oh, by the way.
It felt like Night of the Living Dead or like a Twilight Zone episode.
Mm-hmm. Naruto with the $5 super chat. Where's Pagey? You're about to talk about his favorite topic. He's talking about the gooning DC character topic or whatever, because Pagey always loves to talk about that stuff. So that's what he's talking about. Thank you for the super chat, Naruto. But you do have another one here about Peacemaker. Kanamos immediately spilled the beans. The guy you've been hanging out with killed your actual son. Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
He feared for his life. The dude was going to
he got
kill
stabbed.
him. Yeah. So, okay. But moving on from that, let's talk about probably the other big thing in the episode, which is Lex fucking Luthor was in Belle Reve, and Rick Flag Sr. is now in cahoots with Lex Luthor.
Yeah. He's like,
so now Argus is working with Lex in exchange for a lighter situation for him being locked up.
I'm assuming that that's the thing James Gunn's been talking about when he says that this is setting up Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you guys can go like full hog wild on the spoilers with this part, but what do you think it was in this episode that was making Gunn praise it so much?
Well, I think it's just the overall well, first of all, he directed this one, right? Isn't this one of the ones he directed? I think he enjoyed really establishing that world as being like the Earth X world, and having an opportunity to have Rick Flag Sr. have some dialogue with Lex Luthor, setting up Man of Tomorrow. I think that's really what it is.
Yeah,
because it's setting up Argus and Lex Luthor working together. So
I don't think they had dialogue together in Superman, did they?
I'm pretty sure they did when in the conference when he was trying to sell his army to them.
Just watched the film for the 9th time today. They
nobody's surprise.
They had that that scene where Luthor had them all in the room and was giving them the presentation.
Ultraman, man.
Yeah,
and also I think what James really liked was probably the emotional scene between Harcourt and Chris that he loves.
That was really good. That was a great scene.
I love that scene.
The fact. Oh, by the way, we didn't really talk much about that, but they sort of worked out the issues between them in that scene that had been plaguing pretty much the first half of the season.
They let it out. They let it all out.
Yeah. So look, right here, Wild Guy. You mean Hardcore, not Hardcore. His mom was ridiculous. I loved her. Wild Guy says, so obviously they're setting up President Lex. I do, but I think they're doing exactly what I said I didn't want them to do. We talked about this last time. I don't want a Lex Luthor hero storyline this soon in the DCU. I just don't want it. And I think that's kind of what they're setting it up as.
So
I'm just
I think it's going to be one of those things where maybe parts of the world will perceive him as one, but he's never going to actually fully be one.
Maybe. Joe, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I'm just thankful it's not Doomsday or General Zod again.
Well,
I don't ever need to see Doomsday or the death of Superman on film ever again.
To be fair, the best Doomsday we got was in Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
be
I was about to say, TV did it better. Honestly, TV did Doomsday better twice because even though I had issues with this show, Krypton's Doomsday looked not bad for TV. I'll give them that.
I'll tell you, I'll agree with you. The TV did it better, but I'd say Smallville. I am not at all a fan of the no. I liked it because Doomsday I think is a nothing character. He's a plot device, and they kind of turned him into the Hulk basically. But at least they did something with him other than, mindless beast is just going to beat you to death.
Well, that's part of the reason why he had character in Superman and Lois, and it goes against that whole notion of, making Doomsday from a dead Kryptonian's body, that's a stupid idea. No, when you do it right, it's a good idea.
Okay, so I want to point out for the next couple of episodes of Peacemaker, I plan on doing this for the next, because I think they're going to be, the next couple episodes are going to be very heavy and very spoilery. So we'll probably do them at the end of the streams, and we'll do like the member stuff or the not the member stuff, the voting stuff on Mondays. So we'll skip it on Thursdays. So anybody that's watching it,
that means they'll have 2 hours to duck out. They can't complain.
Yeah. Well, I've saved it for the end so that like it airs at 9 and it's like 1 a.m. when we started talking about it. So
no, I know. I saw people complaining, saying, "Why are you talking about spoilers already?" I'm like, you had an hour and a half to back out if you didn't want to hear anything.
Oh, yeah. That's why I saved it as the last topic, specifically for that reason. But I think we're caught up on super chats now. And before we close out the Peacemaker spoiler thing,
that's fucking dumb, man.
I know, great fuck nugget. Yeah, it's hilarious. Before we close this out, final thoughts on the episode. I thought it was well done, but I still feel like it's one half of the story that we're getting with this world. I think we're going to get the second half of it in the next episode. So I enjoyed it. I don't think it was as good as some of the earlier episodes, but I enjoyed it.
I agree.
Do you think it's...
I've never been.
Yeah. Do you think that it's better than some of the earlier episodes, or you think it's about the same?
Me?
Yeah. Both of you guys.
Go ahead, Joe.
I mean, I think the quality's been fairly consistent. I don't know. I haven't seen a single episode that I've walked away from and been like, that is the best one. Like I've just been kind of enjoying them all.
Right.
This one may have had my favorite moment this season though, which was the two Adrians bonding over each other. Like that was funny.
You think so, Chris? I think you might be right. I think Eagly going in the kitchen and killing the fridge was funny. That was hilarious. But
I don't know. I think to me, episode 3 is still my favorite episode. And
is that the one with the clip you showed me?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Yes.
Then yeah, it's mine too.
This one might have my most. I don't know. It might have the best emotional moment. Although I love the stuff with Chris and his brother early on in the season, and I love the fight between Rick Flag and Chris. So, my last
thought on this, and only on Chris's side of this, fuck Keith and fuck August, but only on Chris's side of this, it's going to be heartbreaking for him to find out that even in a world where he had the opportunity to be with his dad and his brother, they still end up being racist piece of shit. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, I think that Eagly is going to save Economos from August. I think that's what we're going to see in the next episode. I think Eagly is going to fight August.
Okay.
He's a primal eagle. So he can do it. He can call the other eagles to come help him. Maybe on that world there's another primal eagle. Maybe we'll have Eagly and Eagly 2, and they'll both gang up on August or whatever.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe we'll give Eagly a spinoff, and he can go to somewhere called the Bird Box.
Maybe, I don't know. My fave scene this year so far has been Eagly fucking up Argus. My favorite one was when he fucked up that Captain Appropriation, whatever the fuck his name was.
Apparently, Eagly fucks up a lot this season.
Eagly is like the MVP, I think, when it comes to like murdering people. He's just been going crazy. Well, we don't know because he wasn't alive very long, unfortunately. So we don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. With that being said, though, I think we're at the end of the stream. Anybody have any final thoughts about anything before we dip out?
Wolverine trailer, Mandalorian Grogu trailer. It's been a good week for trailers, in my opinion.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh wait, hold on. We got a super chat. Got it in just in time. A super chat from Lone Wolf. Can we talk about how funny Tim Meadows has been? Yes. Okay. So the scene where he's sitting there and Rick Flag is like, I just need some time to think, and he puts his head down. He decides it's best for him to walk into his office, sit in front of him at the desk, and just stare at him while he's thinking. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just so fucking stupid. I've enjoyed him a lot. He's always one of my favorite characters in almost anything that he does. So don't really surprise me. They could pull a Superman doesn't exist on this earth, but I'd like to see this Earth Superman. We still could. I mean, he could still show up. We're still on Earth 2, Earth X, whatever. And we know that Lex was in the show, so I guess Superman can make an appearance too, honestly.
What if we see a Superman and it's somebody like Calvin Ellis or who's the other one? One of the black Supermen. Yeah. That would be interesting.
Well, the thing about it is I'm assuming, so my theory is the quantum unfolding chamber will only be for this season and then it's going to go away completely. I think we'll probably won't see it again after the season. Are any of the people from that Earth going to escape onto Earth 1 and get stuck there?
If anyone does, I bet it'll be Rick Flag Jr.
You think so?
I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to, but if anyone does, I think that's who it'll be.
Somebody theorized that Keith might get stuck on Earth 1 because he's the one actor that could probably stick around and do more stuff on the show.
True.
In another season. I don't know. Maybe. King Ryburn with the 199 super chat, just supporting the channel. Thank you, King Ryburn. I appreciate it. Supporting the channel. Thank you so much.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What Chris said down there? Oh, God. I don't want to think about that.
What would the Muppets look like on Earth X?
Oh, I don't want to think about that. Ooh.
Jim Henson would not approve.
No. Also,
at least our generation, our Earth's Jim Henson would not.
No, Ronan. Ever since you showed me that, I've been keeping my fingers crossed for something else. It's probably not going to happen, but I've been keeping my fingers crossed for anything else related to it. It's probably not going to happen, but I mean, hey, a guy can dream.
Also, the band Helloween being like the best band in the world with a name like Helloween, and Mick Jagger being the lead singer of the Beatles. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
See, that reminds me of, this is the only comparison I can think of at the moment, but when they did that kind of meta joke with the Flash movie, whenever he turns back time, and then they go, oh, that Back to the Future movie starring Eric Stoltz, which is a joke for insiders, people who know that stuff. So it would be the same sort of thing there.
I forgot about Judo Master. Yeah, we didn't see him at all in the episode. Could he have gotten through the door? Did he? Well, he did get through the door, right? So he did.
Yeah, that's what I.
So
recall.
he's over there somewhere. He's over there on that Earth somewhere. Huh. Interesting.
Probably captured.
Well, you know what? He might be in Bloodhaven where they're going to take ads. I bet you.
Damn.
I bet you. Staggervore with the 199 super chat, just donating. Thank you so much, Staggervore, for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. Naruto with a $2 super chat says, I think I've seen people think Ultraman went to Earth X.
That would be.
I mean, it would give them their own weapon to combat the Prime Earth.
I mean, we'd assume that Superman, that the Superman we know didn't arrive on Earth X. We don't know where the divergence happened on this Earth. Like
you would assume that our Superman did not arrive on Earth X, or else we'd be getting Red Sun again, and I really don't want Red Sun again.
That does give them an opportunity. If Ultraman ended up on Earth X, he could meet up with the other crime syndicate characters.
They could do a whole crime syndicate storyline because of that. Yeah, that's true. Wait, hold on. He said here, Cantergrass said he might not be on the Earth. He could be in any other. He could be in any of those other doors. Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, we don't know what the rules are for pocket dimensions there either.
Judo
so.
Master is stealthying it up somewhere. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, Avenue V on Gen V is Earth X Muppets. Okay. Possibly. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. We had 3Dub and Darren that had to jump out early because they didn't want to get spoiled on anything. So that's awesome. They came by. Of course, we had Jake coming through on his phone, making it here, even though he doesn't have his normal setup. Thank you for being here, Jake. Check him out on Sundays at 7 p.m.
We got several Wolverine videos coming.
Okay, go check it out. Subscribe to his channel, Joypad Jake. Ronan for being here, even though he's working in the background. Thank you so much, Ronan, for hanging out with us.
Of course.
Appreciate it. And Joe from Crazy Joe's Concession Stand coming in and hanging out as well. Thank you so much. Go check out Joe's channel and subscribe and go watch all of his old videos. It's a fun binge. Oh, wait, we got another super chat. Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. If you see something, say something. Oh, no.
Damn.
Oh, that hit so hard. My God.
I'm guessing that's a quote right before a pretty tough moment.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like if you're under an authoritarian government, they say if you see something, say something.
Yeah. I was thinking that in my head. I'm like, wait, did they say that in the fucking episode?
Yeah, I will say it's a little weird to see another Earth X storyline when we got a really good movie in the Arrowverse based on Earth X. But
if they would have left out some of the drama, then it would have been great.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks everybody. We're gonna jump out of here. Oh yeah, it's okay.
That's bad.
Anyway, we'll see everyone later. Have a great night. Thanks for all the super chats and the support, and we will catch everybody on Monday. See you later.